Drunk Mind, Sober Thoughts Podcast.
Yo, what is going on? This is DJ Brainstorm on the mic with you right now, coming to you live and direct with episode number 249 of the Drunk Mind, Sober Thoughts Podcast.
Yes, sir.
The DMST Podcast. Everybody sit here a little bit on pins and needles right here.
We back.
We back, though. We
here,
baby.
Niggas double dutching right now.
We live right now.
Boys, we up, baby.
We live, though. So, again, thank you to everybody that is tuning in on Facebook Live. Thank you to everybody that will be tuning in throughout the week on SoundCloud, on Apple Podcasts, on Stitcher, on the TuneIn Radio app, on iHeartRadio, on Wooshka. Anywhere, wherever, however you get your podcast. We want to thank y'all for tuning in and rocking with us on episode 249, 1 week away from 250, man. Playboy.
Yeah.
How you feeling, Playboy?
I'm feeling great, man. Playboy the DJ, Playboy D-A-DJ. Another week, man. Another show, 249, close to 250. 250. 250.
Yeah, man. A lot of work.
Been coming, it's been a long time, man. But another show, another week, ready to get it in, man. Let's get it.
A lot of work. How many? What have you? 2 shows maybe out of the 249?
Maybe 2.
No more than 3.
Probably 2 shows, maybe. So I probably been here for about 247 or 248. One of those. I know I ain't missed no more than 3.
Crazy. Dev, how you feeling?
I am feeling, I'm, feeling all right.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling good. I'm ready to go.
All right. And then you've been here since about episode 105, 106, 107 regularly. How many shows have you missed since you've been here? Maybe one, if that.
I don't think you've missed any.
I don't think I missed one yet.
Since you've been here?
No, I don't think we've ever did a show where it was just me and you.
I missed one
since you've been on.
The edible. I definitely missed the show with that edible.
Yeah. Well, you were here and you were here physically.
That nigga was
I
a
was
Jetson.
in outer space.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, you was out of space.
That
All right,
nigga
cool.
was Elroy.
So I'm still the only one.
Yeah, man.
The only one.
Yeah, man.
We're going to change that soon. Anyway, it's good that you feeling right. What's up to everybody in the feed? What's up to Ulysses in the feed saying, hey, we miss you, Ulysses. Hopefully you getting settled in down there in Cincy.
Yeah, man.
I ain't get to talk. She might come through next week.
Okay.
All
right. So I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah, man.
It's a beautiful day in the city, man. It's 85 degrees, man. It's sunny out. I keep saying that when you taking that drive in from 90, when you pass like 55th and everything, I know it's great. There's other places that look great, like when you in Chicago riding down the shoreline and stuff like that. But when you riding down that little part of 90, and when it's sunny out and when it's hitting the water and stuff,
different.
It's a beautiful scene, man. So it was a nice drive in, man. So it's all good, man. Playboy, how was your week?
Week was okay. A lot going on. Nothing major, that I'm not gonna necessarily get into, but a couple things going on, man.
I'm confused.
It's
It's a lot going on.
It's not a lot.
Not just a couple things.
I ain't gonna get into it. I know we do a podcast, but I ain't gonna talk to you about nothing that happened with my life.
I flew to the moon on
You know what I'm
Tuesday.
saying? But it's nothing.
No, I mean everything cool. Week was good, man. I can't. Ain't no complaints, man. Everything cool.
Okay.
It was straight.
All right.
I got a feeling that wasn't correct, but whatever. Okay.
What I've learned is like Playboy, he gonna say something, he just gonna save it for later in the show.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll be 45 minutes. Like, you know what? I was gonna bring this up. All right, okay. Dev, how was your week?
It was cool, man. You know what I mean? I'm feeling like a
Go ahead. I think I know where you're going.
I got respect for women.
No, I didn't know where you was going.
Because I'm patting my hair. I be patting my hair like a bad bitch. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, the itching is real, cuz.
Right.
So, I did a little something to the dome.
So
you know what I'm
patting
saying?
his head like a bad bitch.
You know what I'm saying? I need some gum and shit. Like, nah, you know what I'm saying? I need some gum. You know what I mean?
Which one of your girls said somebody shooting at you last night? I don't know why I keep messing with you. I don't know either.
Oh,
shit. That's funny.
But no, week was cool, man. We're going to get into it in a little bit, but went down to the draft. You know what I'm saying? Had some fun there. So it's a fun week, man.
That's what's up. My week was pretty good. Work is picking up, so I'm getting back into the swing of things of having to do some work. And then, spent the weekend down in Columbus. So I had a good time down there. And, back home now, ready to get back into the work week. Not this pod out. Like I said, it's 1 week before 250. And It's cool, man. It's my back has still been hurting all week long. Today is the best it's felt though in the whole week. Like I feel like I'm not like kind of halfway limping now when I'm walking. So hopefully over the next couple of days, and I've been. Hey,
I know why your back can't. All I have to say is this:
wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Let's make love tonight. No, I'm feeling it. When I get that feeling, sexual healing. Columbus bus, come on. I'll try to do Columbus bus over you.
You know what, man?
My back feels amazing. I don't know what happened.
oh my goodness, man. No disrespect.
It's called EJAC. Ulation, sir. No.
Oh my
Nigga
God,
really,
man.
you know he ain't shit. That nigga really hit it.
Oh, man.
I don't know why my back don't fit.
I asked him too when I first came in. He was like, my back feel a little better. Nigga. You know what? I had to put 2 and 2 together, nigga. Like,
I can't stand it.
Oh, shit, man.
You know what? I don't have no retort for that one. All right, y'all got this one.
Oh, man.
Y'all got this one.
oh, that's funny, man.
So everybody had a good week. So obviously, everybody most people that's kind of, even if you're not into sports, you know, everybody from the city knows that the NFL draft was here this week.
Yes,
oh,
it
shit.
was.
As we get into this, I got to ask you, Dev, because you went down on Friday. I'm guessing that means that you felt pretty good because you got your second vaccination shot this week. Go ahead, get into it.
Let me zoom in on this
Go ahead,
fucking camera right here.
Yes, sir.
That's the stare to the rest of the world. 2 vaccine shots to the right shoulder. Shot out the future. Mask off.
Yeah.
Chase a check. Never chase a bitch. You understand what I'm saying? Mask off. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I got 2 vaccine shots in this. This is the thing. This is the thing about it though. Not only do I got the 2 vaccine shots or whatever, I feel like I had that Rona last March. So I got like a body full of antibodies. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it kind of is what it is. You know what I mean? I just need all them internet doctors to let me know where's my tail I was supposed to grow. You know what I'm saying? Because according to them, I'm supposed to be fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
According to them,
Right.
I'm assed out. I should have I should have a third leg, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? It's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? But no, yeah, I got my second vaccine on Thursday,
That's what's
man.
up, man.
So you didn't get like, you know, some people say that you kind of get like some chills, like some body aches after the second one. So you kind of came through it pretty good then.
Or you didn't experience anything at all.
Yeah, I felt really bad on Friday, so I had to call off work.
Okay, I get it.
Thursday night, I felt horrible.
Yeah.
You know what I did? You know what I had text.
Remember, I had called, and I had said that I had not been feeling good.
Right. Yeah. I remember that.
I had a headache and things. I had been feeling just
Felt
terrible.
terrible.
Yeah,
Okay.
man.
That's cool.
I feel like a fucking infomercial.
Right.
Do you feel terrible on Thursdays? Then you should call off work. You know what I'm saying? They kind of pencil. I felt disrespected though. And I tell you the truth, I was this close to fighting through my terrible pain on Friday and going in. Because how the fuck y'all just pencil me? I go into the principal's office. I'm like penciled in on the calendar as PTO with a question mark for Friday because it's the day after my shot. I'm like, y'all niggas don't know if I ain't gonna be feeling good.
Right.
I almost came in out of spite.
Right.
But I'm a real nigga, bro.
Right. Yeah.
Good day, man.
Yeah. You know.
I felt horrible, man. I just could not function.
Yeah.
You know what's so crazy? Real quick. My mom, you know, she had hers, you know, some time back. She actually said that, you know, my mother suffered from, like, you know, sinus issues and different stuff. She said that ever since she got the vaccine, she ain't been experiencing no issues.
Really.
Yeah.
You know what, man?
She said she feel better than way better than what she felt before.
I'm not gonna lie. I outside of me feeling horrible on Thursday night going into Friday morning,
right?
I haven't really. It did absolutely nothing to me. Maybe down the line, we're gonna be fucked up over it. I don't know.
Honestly, we don't know.
I can't really complain. I don't really know too many people that had major issues. You know what I'm saying? So
I think my mom, she had after the second one, she had a little fever. She was carrying a little fever or whatever, but it was only for 24 hours. Okay. And then the next day, she said she just was coming out of it, and then after that, she just said she's been feeling great ever since.
Okay.
So.
That's what's up. So you got the second vaccine.
Yeah, man. So I'm mask off, baby. Chase a check, never chase a bitch. You feel me? Mask off. Molly Percocet. I had that shit window down.
Yeah.
Raining in my car, playing mask off on Thursday, man. Mask off.
My girl asked you, she's like, are you gonna just be one of the people without a mask when you get your second one done? I'm like, I hadn't thought about it yet. Mm-hmm. I mean, as you know, it's supposed to be 2 weeks before it takes full hold. Like you're supposed to be fully vaccinated, or whatever. 2 weeks after the second shot or whatever. But I mean, I'll feel better with it. I mean, since they dropped the mask mandate anyway in the state, when you outside, we were walking around yesterday in Columbus downtown in the Arena District, and it was just I didn't have it on outside walking.
You was chasing the check. You wasn't chasing no bitch. Yeah, mask off, baby.
Yeah. I had my mask off yesterday, but once the 11th hits and I get the second one, I probably will be that person after a while that'll sit there and not really do it unless I'm coming into a space with other people. But outside of that, and again, I got respect for other people. I don't want them looking at me crazy because they don't know I'm vaccinated or anything like that.
If they say something to me, like we was at the thing on Friday, and it was the NFL, so they kept having it literally. One thing I got to give them credit for: some people was like, "Hey, pull your mask up," but they was just holding up signs. And shout out to our white brothers and sisters. They could give a fuck about them signs. You hear me?
Oh, yeah.
They didn't give a flying fuck about them signs they was holding up.
Let me ask you a question. Both of y'all, do y'all carry your card around? Do you have a card?
My card is in the car, baby.
It's in the car?
My slave papers is in the car. You know what I'm saying? You ain't sending me back to the South. I'm going up north.
Right.
But no, it's in the car. Mine is in my
mine is still in the car too. I mean, once I get the second one done, I'll probably keep it in the car.
I'm gonna get it laminated. You know what
I'm gonna do something like that, or to where because we not gonna dive here. We not going here today. But I do think at some point when it comes to traveling and stuff like that, I do think some places, even though it's kind of like that now.
Show up with your door playboy with pistols.
No,
take the shot.
I mean, for me, I think it's the traveling thing. I think even though some places now you have to show either a negative COVID test to get into the place or something like that. But I think down the line you're gonna start seeing a little bit more stuff along those lines with the. But as far as our everyday life right now, I'm looking forward to kind of just not having the mask around my face, even though I'm used to it. But it'd be cool to not have it as much.
Right. Yeah.
Well, that was cool.
All right, man. So again, the eyes of the world, especially the sports world, was on Cleveland this week. The draft was here Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I thought the city did a great job with it. Obviously, ESPN is 100 with their production with stuff like that. So the way they presented it, I thought the aerial shots were great with everything. I was downtown on Wednesday. Playboy, you came down there. We was walking around down there on Wednesday, and it was just. You couldn't get close to anything, so y'all y'all were able to actually go in and get close.
Yeah,
I just walked, East 9th and
because you didn't have the ticket.
I had the ticket, but I don't think any of it was really open yet until Thursday, like the fan experience.
Oh,
stuff.
You just went before.
Yeah, I went on Wednesday. I just wanted to see how things were set up down there, so I couldn't get too close to the stage or anything like that.
Oh no, it was cool.
I just wanted to be able to see how it was set up and just people watch stuff like that.
It was just cool. It was way too many people. At the fucking so we was trying to go to the fan experience thing where you can go on the field because
at the stadium. I saw the lines though.
Yeah,
it
was
lines
crazy.
Looked ridiculous.
Because I was a season ticket holder for 3 seasons, so they had these things in the summer where you could bring your family. The kids could run on the field, run 40-yard dashes, throw the football. So I'm thinking, you know what I mean? Oh, we're gonna be able to go out on the field, nigga. Man, the lines was crazy.
Yeah.
So we just sat in the stands for a little bit. And then we kind of walked around, you know what I'm saying? We went and got some food from down there, but we just kind of went to the different areas. And the that sound stage they built for the draft is fucking
I heard they're going to
keep it.
I heard they're going to keep it.
I hope so.
I heard they're going to use it for concerts.
They better do that. It's huge. That shit is like a month. That's all it took to build that goddamn sound. That
I would
stage
keep
is
it.
humongous, man.
Shout out to by the way, speaking of Wednesday, shout out to the bartender that didn't the bar that didn't have my Hennessy. That's number one. And shout out to him as well that didn't know what the fuck Douce was.
It was crazy
when the bottle was right in front of his face and he looked at me like I was crazy.
We went to Brawley House after we got done walking around. We just went and grabbed a quick drink. Homie did not know what Douce was. Yeah, he really did not.
The bottle was right in front of his face.
And I think he overcharged me.
Probably.
Yeah,
Probably.
he overcharged me too. That's
Yeah, but he was just like, what? Like what? Like who?
He was lost. He was lost.
I was like that. The bottle right there, nigga.
Yeah, he was lost. He was
Had
lost.
to say that real quick.
So the whole experience was good for you.
The experience was cool, man. It was kind of cold. That it ended up getting cold. But
It
was cool, man.
Because you went on Friday.
Yeah,
night.
it was. I mean, but it was football, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it was. They had the little locker room experience. You can go in and see different jerseys and it was cool. It was a cool experience to have in Cleveland. I was down there eating when they drafted Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah and the fucking place went
Say that
crazy.
name again?
Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, baby.
That nigga been practicing that name.
Yeah, J.O.K.
I'm just gonna call him the second round pick.
You know what I'm
I just
saying?
call him Joker.
Yeah, I just couldn't believe he was still. But anyway, like that was a cool experience. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just cool.
It was cool seeing
to be in the
how
city.
the people would react when like even throughout the whole weekend when it was show like the Browns pick is in, you see people, the crowd reacting down there. Or when Pittsburgh people came up there, the booing and stuff like that, the Baltimore people.
It was beautiful.
The way they was chanting Bernie's name on Thursday night
cool,
was cool to see.
Yeah.
One of the dopest things about the weekend, even though I know I don't know if is it controversy around it a little bit that I know I told Playboy about when he was cutting my hair earlier. That I don't know if you know, but one of the dopest things to see about the whole weekend was us East Cleveland people, us Shaw grads. We know that the stadium was torn down because it was condemned, and so the Browns are actually pitching in for the new stadium. But I said the controversy for me is that I saw some people say that they're only paying for like the field and they have to still come up with the money for the stands. I'm not sure, but it was dope seeing the commissioner of the NFL, the coach of the Browns, some other NFL bigwigs in East Cleveland for the groundbreaking for the new stadium. They had some football players out there. They had some cheerleaders out there. I know I saw somebody saying that there wasn't no alumni out there and things like that, but I actually did see alumni out there.
Yeah.
Black people, man.
I think I get the gist of what she was trying to say, but like I told you, Playboy, before, it's like it's like, what do we expect in the middle of a pandemic that we just gonna have the whole city come out? Because I think a ton of people would have showed up for that.
Oh, shit.
If it was just announced, like everybody's gonna be there, it's hard to do. And then with everything that's going on.
But is y'all niggas buying a stadium?
Right.
The fuck y'all need to be? Just want some pictures?
I mean, I don't know, but I thought that was dope. Again, like you got the was Haslam out there too? The Browns over there.
You had Haslam.
So the Haslams
Jimmy
were out
and
there.
D, you had
Roger Goodell.
JW, whatever his name is. I can't remember his last name, but he like the younger.
The younger Haslam.
Yeah, and then
Stefanski.
Yeah, Stefanski, Goodell, Chris Rose. They had players from Shaw. They had the kids was out there, man.
It's 4 cheerleaders,
They had
right?
cheerleaders, highlighters, man.
Six up.
They had players. They had the coach out there, man. Come on, man. Like, and I just, and also, man, like I don't think people fully understand how much the field costs.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna cost to rebuild the stadium. We don't know the ins and outs as to like, did they already had a bread to rebuild the stadium?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're just rebuilding the stone. Are they putting up metal stands? You know what I mean? You might charge to keep them to put it this way, like Glenville Stadium, right? Glenville got the metals on one side, and then they got like some stone with some metal on the other side. You $25,000 maybe tops to build that stadium.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, I haven't.
I'm saying to get those kind of stands and like you're not spending that $25,000 to $50,000 tops.
Right.
You might come upwards of $500,000 to a G. I mean to an M, depending on the kind of field you. If you putting down the rubberized AstroTurf,
they're getting a synthetic field and stuff like that. So I think
that's a couple $100,000
from what
minimum.
From what I read, the cost on the field.
Come on, man.
Was like $235.
Yeah, come on. It's $200,000 minimum.
Right.
Minimum for one of them fields.
Yeah.
Like high-end NFL fields, you're looking at like an M. I remember ours back when we ended up going from grass to that kind of turf when I was in college, and that shit was $200,000 back in 2001. So that's where the bulk of the money, like, niggas like, they only buying the field. Do you know how much the fucking field costs?
Right.
Like, stop, man. Like, come on, man. Come on, like, stop. Fuck.
Right, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, making an issue just for the sake of making an issue.
My bad.
I think it comes from a place of, maybe I'm defending it a little bit more because I know who she is that when I saw the post, but I think it's coming from a place of, there's people who really, really, really love the city, love the school,
right?
Want to see everything placed in the best of light, and really all about alumni and stuff like that. So I think I kind of see, where it's coming from. But
are they? What do they do? I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just being honest. Like outside of like the alumni picnic, what the fuck do people do?
I mean, that's one of my things.
The Browns already gave Shaw $250 for the fucking computers back when the pandemic hit.
Right.
Like, what do y'all do? You're the alumni association. Are y'all putting kids through college? Like, we got some shit that we trying to conjure up on our own.
Right.
And we ain't no fucking alumni association. Well, I ain't being disrespectful. I might be looked at as a hater, man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I get what you're saying.
I don't know. There's a lot of people, and I'm not talking about the person specifically, not like that. I'm just saying there's a lot of people that I said this before, or at least I put it on my phone. Just we give lip service a lot of times to a lot of different issues. Mm-hmm. That's all we do, though. We give lip service to it.
Yep.
Like we talk about what we should do, or what we could do, or what we might want to do, or what it should be, or things like that. But at the end of the day, like, what are we really, really doing? Like
right.
Like it could be simple. We can do something like, hey, we just gonna set up some cleanup things on the weekend.
Yep.
Once a month, we gonna go clean up this field, or we gonna go do this, or we gonna go help rehab this house or something like that. We can do a lot of different things, but for the most part, as much as we love EC, we pretty much just serving lip service to the hood until we start putting our money where our mouth is, and it's not really about the money until we start putting the action where it is. A lot
exactly,
of times.
man.
Absolutely.
That's why. That's the only reason why I give them hellified credit for it, man. I appreciate the fact that they looked out for Shaw High School. They ain't have to. They ain't have to.
That's true.
We could have all pulled our money together and did some shit too, but you know what I mean? I just shout out to the Browns for doing that, man.
Yeah, absolutely. It's 100% appreciative.
I don't give a fuck if they built a walkway. They don't have to do shit.
Right.
And the only reason, and I know they've done a few other stadiums around the city and stuff. The biggest connection that Shaw has to the Browns is because back in the day, I think they played a few games there back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that was like their biggest connection and stuff like that. I mean, look, it'd be dope. It's again, I think the whole city would have came out if they could have. I think it would have been ridiculously packed in that area.
I don't think they wanted it to be packed.
And I don't think they. And that's the other thing, because you was joking about it, like,
Which
what route did they take? What route did y'all take?
There's no safe route to Shaw Field.
Talking about Roger Goodell. Roger Goodell is worth millions.
What the fuck is you doing on St. Clair, nigga?
Exactly.
Or on Euclid and fucking whatever.
I was telling the joke that the nigga probably was at open pit, nigga.
Exactly. So
let me get a motherfucking let me
give me a sausage and wings, fam.
And that's but whenever the first football game is this year, you better believe, because it's been so amazing how nobody really goes to the games as much over the years. I've been seeing that for years and years and years now. Oh man, the new stadium, the new stand stuff. It's gonna be standing room only. It's really gonna be stands, and there's gonna be people standing around the gates and stuff. It's really gonna be standing room only.
It's gonna be dope,
and it's gonna be dope. And I'm proud for this. I'm happy for the city for it. Hopefully, things are way more back to normal, and people will be able to get in there like that. To be honest, because we honestly don't know yet. We don't know what it's gonna look like in September, if they're gonna really have it open and things like that. And we don't know yet, but.
I guess my number one, I don't say issue. We gotta bring something to the table too. We can't. I didn't expect the Browns to just be like, here's a whole stadium with state-of-the-art audio, and like, fuck, nigga, y'all in school, y'all need to maintain some of y'all shit too. And the same people, be honest, I'm not being an asshole. When is the last time they were in the Shaw locker rooms? When I tell you that a school district in this country that needed to upgrade their fucking stadium, that should have been at the front of the line is Shaw High School. Okay?
I said that earlier. Yep.
It is not. I have never. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know there's worse ones because it's just human nature. I've personally never been in a worse locker room than the home locker room of Shaw High School.
Right.
I saw somebody saying that at some point
the away locker room is a fucking Saw movie. My bad.
No, I heard.
Nigga, the white locker room is horrendous, bro.
I saw somebody saying that they were at some point were almost basically lifting weights outside of the locker room.
Yeah, it was just horrible.
Yeah.
It's paint falling from the ceiling. Man, it's the worst.
Probably, I wonder if it's probably lead in there.
Yeah, it's
That
gone now.
stadium's
But
so
it's gone.
low.
Everything gone now. Everything gone now. It's an empty field.
I mean, I know it's gone. I'm
Yeah,
talking about the
it was bad, bro.
It had to be like lead in that paint stuff.
It was
All types
horrible,
of shit.
dog.
Y'all niggas catching mesothelioma. trying to work out. God damn. You know, y'all probably got one of them Tim Misney commercials.
Y'all midday commercial in these little motherfuckers.
Oh man.
Yeah, mesothelioma in that locker room.
Yeah, man.
Man, them locker rooms was horrible, man. But shout out. I'm just glad they getting a new stadium, however it's getting built, man. But shout out to the Browns for at least providing the field.
Yeah, so again, it'll be dope when it all comes out. So that was the week in the city, I guess, for the most part. Again, it was dope to see, no matter how people feel about it. And in the city, they'll be out there in the fall. Trust me. Mm-hmm. Trust me, they'll be out. We always are. Hopefully, again, everything's back to normal. Hopefully, we get an alumni weekend this year. Mm-hmm. I can't even lie. That's what I'm kind of looking forward to the most too. Just being able to get back out there with everybody and turn up for alumni weekend, maybe catch a football game, and definitely battle the bands. I missed not having that last year and DJing that event. So
hey, the world pretty much open, man. The world pretty much open. Mm-hmm. It's go time. I heard somewhere talking about they shooting for July 1st to just say fuck it.
About what?
Just open this shit up.
Oh, in general. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
July 1st, nigga, have at it. I was watching shit the other day. It was one of the commissioners in college football was on there talking about
you know
the
college
fall.
football. They don't care. Football is the one group of people that does not give a fuck about nothing that's going on.
But this the thing. This is what we got to look at. Who in the NFL and like really been fucked up over, or like, you know, I think do we have the one dude that died in the college football? Didn't one kid die?
You talking about from COVID?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there was a couple of things that seemed like it might have been related. Not died, but like some symptoms were worse because of, you know, COVID or something like that. But
it is what it is.
If he dies, he dies.
Hey,
Jesus Christ.
Let's play football, baby.
Jesus Christ.
Let's play football.
Ready?
Sit.
Blue. Hey, open this shit the fuck up.
Nigga say ready.
I just saw up in the feed before we move on quick. Leah was saying that people were trying to check y'all about masks out there.
Oh yeah, as I said, they was trying to check us, and I wanted to be like, "Hey, nigga, I'm vaccinated, baby." But they, you know what? They was doing their little corny job. I said the majority of them was holding signs up though. They would literally have signs up around the
saying
area.
vaccinated.
Putting with like, please put your mask on. And them white motherfuckers did not give a fuck. They ain't give a fuck about that shit. So
Right.
I would pull it up and let it hang. You know what I mean? I'm good, man. Mm-hmm. I'm vaccinated, baby. I'm good. I don't need this fucking mask. I got the vaccine. Ain't know what the vaccine for?
Yeah. So we can get back to normal. All right, man. What's on y'all minds this week?
What we got, man? What we want to do? Where we want to go first, man? There's a couple different things we can do first. You know what? Let's do this. Let's go here first.
Yeah, I enjoyed this.
Let's go here
So
first.
I actually mentioned this a couple weeks back. This movie called Two Distant Strangers. Mm-hmm. It's actually on Netflix. I kind of came across it. I think I had already had it in my list of things. My girl would say I got a million things on my list on Netflix, and she's right. I don't watch shit. I just got like 100,000 shows on my list or whatever on Netflix. And so, but I had came across it. So I was sitting there a couple Saturdays ago and actually tuned in because I was like, oh, it's only 30 minutes. And I was like, oh shit, I'll watch it. And then I kind of did the preview again, and I see what's up for a bunch of awards at like Sundance and things like that. I'm like, okay, it must have been dope. And it just wound up being something completely different than what I thought it was going to be. Like, period. It just, I don't know. So if you want to watch this, I don't know how to really talk about it a little bit.
Yeah.
But
So last night, I watched it about a week and a half ago, maybe. Mm-hmm. And then last night, Leah was talking about, we was watching some stuff. And I'm like, you haven't seen this yet. So she watched it. And about 10 minutes in, she was like, why you ain't prepared me for this? I don't think, one, the gravity of that movie you need to go in with blinders on. Like
Right.
you need to go in not knowing what the fuck you about to watch.
Which is why, if you think you might want to tune, I think this is a movie worth watching. So, if
man,
you
it's
really want
worth
to, you really should probably tune out for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I feel like we could do a podcast series on this fucking movie. Like it is one of the most impactful. Like the message in the movie, it's perfect. That's about as close to delivering a message perfectly as you can get in a film. I get why. Like sometimes people, one thing about movies, people be hating. One thing about movies when they win awards, they be winning awards. The motherfuckers be brilliant. That was fucking.
Felicia said they won an Oscar for it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can see why they won an Oscar for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was something we was talking about a couple weeks ago. Shout out to Ulysses when Ulysses was here, and I'm like, when we was having our our vaccine debate for an hour.
That's just normal reaction nowadays.
Me?
But when we was talking about it, I'm like, they don't give a fuck about us, and they never will. They never have. There's no end in sight. There's no finality to this issue. It's just the issue that exists. And this movie pretty much does a good job of saying, like, no matter what, give a fuck what you do. I don't give a fuck how many times you try to do something different. I don't give a fuck you try to talk to them, run from them, reason with them. It don't matter.
I don't care if you keep your hands on the wheel.
Man, it don't matter.
I don't care if you do everything they ask.
Dog.
I don't care if you go get 10 degrees.
Man.
I don't care if you wear a shirt and tie every single day. I don't care if you say yes sir, no sir. I don't care
matter.
nothing. It's going to be the same cycle.
The 30-minute movie. You know, y'all know in here. Y'all know I've been sitting on some shit for about 2 years now.
Right.
And you know what? I've been not doing it because I'm like, man, it ain't long enough. No.
It ain't necessarily length.
It don't have to be length. Because pause. It's not the size of the boat, it's the motion of the ocean. You know what I'm saying? This movie is really about sex when you think about it.
Ooh, brother.
But no, like because the movie's so short, the impact, this is very sexual. Explain it to distant strangers.
Is it me?
Or is it a conspiracy? The scene with him driving him home and when he dropped him off, it's fucking beautiful. It's tragic.
It's human.
God,
It's
dog.
human. Like them in that car having that interaction is very, very human.
And you know what's perfect? The way, I know it's subtle, the way they take you out the car and you above the car looking at the city from the view of the police lights, then they go back in.
Yeah.
Then they zoom out all the way to the top of the car and they zoom back in. Then they zoom out. They constantly take you in and out of the conversation. And like every time they go back in the conversation, they're deeper into a topic.
This sound like a dude that's written a whole movie script and everything.
Yeah.
Because every time they take you out, they take you back
They
in.
take you
and
back in.
They pull you deeper
They pull
into
you
the
right back in.
conversation. Yeah, even deeper.
But it was just it was perfection. That scene of him at the end, man, that was perfection, man.
It's so crazy because when I looked at the whole situation,
Here we go.
I know.
I need some gum.
You either need some gum or some sunflower seeds.
Yeah. You like that? Oh, that was, pause!
Or some flaming hot Cheetos.
Pause! Why did I just do that? All right, go ahead, man.
No, man. The way I looked at it, even though it was a short film, I looked at it as a documentary.
Yeah.
Good
This
point.
real life.
Good point.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I looked at it, man. Real talk. It was like, damn. This is the shit that actually goes on. This ain't some shit they just made up. This is some shit that really happens. No matter what the fuck you do, that's the same way you took that film is the way I took it. No matter what you try to go back, even though you know what you got to deal with and what you facing, and you trying to find a better way to get around it and to not have a situation. But no matter what you do, you still facing the same evil, and it don't matter what you do.
And the subtlety of waking up every single day.
Man.
Waking up.
No!
That was the part too. The subtlety of waking up. Now, I know that was part of the film, but it's just the subtlety of waking up. And it's like,
I got to go through this shit again.
what am I going to do today? How am I going to get through this day? You know, and it's just.
I was like a swing on you niggas right now. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm saying. Just the subtlety of it. It's just it's life. It's the life of a typical black person, where it's like you at some point you probably do think about that at like you said, what was it last week or so when we talking about the whole McHale Bryant thing, where it's just like you think about, all right, I got to get into this car. What am I going to do? It was even when I was in Columbus yesterday, my girl drove me past the street where she lived. It was only like maybe 7 minutes from where she stays, and it's just like, but you live through this thing of, all right, what are we going to do? How am I going to get through this today? Or the whole thing we go through all the time. I mean, I still get to the point that I've always been this way since I've had my license. When I'm going this way and a cop car is coming this way, I always look in the rearview mirror to see if they turn around and if they come back. That has never stopped.
Damn.
On my part, never stopped.
It's bullshit.
Damn.
It's just complete bullshit. And I was thinking the same thing. You just said it. I was thinking it. There was no reason, me personally, like I told y'all before. Nigga, every time I see a cop car in my vicinity, or I roll past, or they had a light and I'm rolling past them, I expect them to pull out and pull me over. I expect to have a situation. I shouldn't have to feel that way, but I'm not gonna dive all the way into it. We talked about it before, but
it's expecting and being fearing,
dude. And the crazy part is us being black men, especially, and black people in general, of course, with the women too. But being a black man, when you rolling and you got to feel that, you can't even feel comfortable while you driving. You just trying to go do some, even coming up here to the studio, I passed the cop. And I sat back, was like, oh, shit. I turned my music down. I was just like, damn. Just on GP.
Just
like, it's a part of life.
Interaction, man.
But.
You don't want that interaction at all.
Right.
I mean, driving home today, I saw a couple state troopers out there on the highway, and it was just like, because my Waze has been acted up. So, I don't get that notice sometimes when it's a cop out there. And but just seeing them and being nervous as you riding past them. I mean, I'm braking if I'm not even speeding too much, but you still don't want to be doing, going too far over nothing or whatever. It's just same thing. You just don't want them problems, And then, like I said, I thought that was the strongest part of the movie. The fact of the waking up every day. It was just crazy how that simple concept led to, this is what we go through all the time. That's the most simplest of a concept. It only took 28 minutes.
Yeah.
Only took 28 minutes.
And that's why it was perfect. I don't think anything in that movie was done on happenstance.
Right.
Everything was done on purpose. Even him at the end when he got shot, the blood was in the shape of Africa. Everything was on purpose, man.
Yeah. It was a great movie.
That was a hell of a film, man. That was
great documentary.
Somebody as good as it gets, man. Somebody as good as it gets. So we get to another topic. But before we do that, man, let's shout out Nicore Apparel. You know what I'm saying? Apparel for truth tellers.
Yes,
you know
sir.
What I'm saying? Shout out to Van Lathan and the creators of Two Distant Strangers. They're truth tellers. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I saw Van Lathan's name trending or something recently. Yeah. Did something happen?
He's part of he's one of the creators of the movie.
Okay, that's why. Okay.
Two Distant Strangers. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but going over to NicoreApparel.com, put in the promo code DMST, get 10% off your order. You know what I mean? Stop playing and go on over there and get some shit. You know what I'm saying? Get some stuff. Let's be professional. Hey, go over there, grab some stuff.
Yeah, grab some things. Grab some merchandise. Grab some. I was about to say memorabilia, but no, I just want to say memorabilia. But no, it's not that.
Yeah, so go and grab some stuff, man. 10% off DMST promo code. We're going to get into this real quick. We'll be back in a minute with another topic. DMST Podcast.
Yes, sir.
Nicore Apparel is a lifestyle brand inspired by and created for those who unabashedly seek, speak, and live in truth. Nicore is the African Adinkra symbol for truthfulness, and the clothes speak truth in all its forms with the ultimate aim of love and justice. If you're down to expand the culture, break barriers, and eradicate injustice wherever you find it, then Nicore Apparel is the brand for you. Go to NicoreApparel.com. That's NOKORE Apparel.com.
Nicore Apparel for truth tellers.
All right, y'all, we back. It's episode 249 of the DMST podcast. So we have
you know what's crazy? My bad.
Ahead.
You know what I just thought about?
Go ahead.
You know what's gonna pick up on the pod on the recording throughout the week.
You didn't hit it? All right, we are.
No. I'm talking about when the mics were still on.
That's
so
what I mean. Yeah,
they couldn't hear us, but it's gonna pick up on the.
I'll take it out. Thanks for letting me know. Thanks for letting me know.
Hey, players fuck up. You know what I'm
So
saying?
basically, it was muted for going out.
But not for
The recording. Audacity. Yeah.
I guess so. It should do that all the time, basically. Then.
Yeah, probably.
All right. Well, that's something for me to check out. Anyway. All right. So, what do y'all consider to be bullying in a sense? Because I'm sorry. No, that's a little bit later. That's a little bit later. We got
Let's get to some shit.
Let's get. I guess what's this one here? This one I guess is more so for.
Okay, you want me to jump into it?
Yeah, go ahead. You
All
go.
right, so it's Hillsong Church, right? Mm-hmm. So it was the main pastor was Carl Lentz. He was this pastor who was like the pastor of like the stars, like Justin Bieber.
That's why his name sounds familiar. Okay.
All these different people, whatever. But he used to always wear he used to take pictures with his shirt off. Like his little, the little women be loving the little man.
So what you're saying is the ladies in the feed already know who he is.
If they don't, they probably want to know.
That means they're lying.
You know what I'm saying? They're lying. You know what I'm saying? So he would see. Yeah, this is. I'm about to show y'all real quick. This is the original pastor of the church who ended up getting caught in a situation with this Arab young lady, and he got the dev hair. You know what I'm saying? Let me take my hair out. But white dudes with braids though. But anyway, this is a pastor.
Okay.
And so he ended up messing around and getting caught. You know what I'm saying? Messing around with this Indian girl or whatever. And it was a big issue about her being Indian because of, the religious stuff and all that different kind of stuff.
Okay.
So one of the other pastors at the church, his name, if I'm not mistaken, is Darnell Barrett is his name.
Darnell Barrett. Okay.
So what he was doing was adding young ladies to his close friend, according to the woman. Well, no, he was definitely adding women to his close friends, one way or another. Okay. So he would. What they were saying is he would add a woman to his close friends, send her an out-of-pocket picture, then text like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I ain't mean to."
Oh, it was game.
Yeah, I ain't mean to send you that. You know what I mean? I ain't mean to add you to the close friends, blase skip. And then he'll wait to see if the girl will bite. Like, you know what I'm saying? No, that's cool or whatever.
It sounds like fishing to me.
It sounds like fishing. So this is the pastor. This is Pastor Dick Print is what we gonna call it.
I almost want to say you just named the show, but I'm like, yo, I don't know.
You
if we
got
can
to.
I don't know if we can explain that one, man. I don't know if we can explain that title, man.
That's Pastor Dick Print right there, right?
Jesus Christ.
Okay. So he sent that picture to a young lady, and he hit her with this game right here.
Okay.
So he hit her with the go away message. Well, anyway, it says, "Hey, I think I might have added you to my close friends list by accident. I'm so sorry, trying to figure out how the hell to edit it. Never mind, got it. We're good. Sorry about that." This is the woman responding back. LOL, rude. I'm not a close friend. Is that what you saying? So let's stop it right there.
That's why you call him Pastor Gray Pants.
Pastor
That might be the name of it. So that might get us off right there. That, right, not get us off, but yeah, that might be. That might be the show title. Okay. Goodness gracious.
So let's pause. You know what? I was about to go away from that. Everybody focus in on this text.
Now you gonna ask them? Do you see what they said in the feed right now? Come on now. I mean, like they done focused in on
See,
they saying what text?
That's the same thing that I feel like old girl did because she hit him back with the LOL rude. That first of all, let's break down. LOL rude is kind of like damn, bae. You know what I'm saying? She hit him back with LOL rude. I'm not a close friend. Is that what you saying?
Yeah, okay. Let's
it sound like, listen, so we end up, this same woman ended up outing him.
Uh-huh.
And like being like, it's another text. I'm sorry I don't got that one. It was as long. I don't appreciate you trying to fish me and find out if I'm going to take the bait.
Sound like you did.
Sound like you took the bait.
Absolutely did.
And y'all can let us know on the feed. Y'all see the message right there on the screen. So y'all let us know.
Then he hit her with some real raw shit. I send to my friends, man. LOL. She put, ha ha, that's all right. Let me tell you something right now. We have women we would like to call our significant others in this room. Mm-hmm. If your woman got a text of Pastor Dick print, okay? And he was like, my bad, and she put, ha ha, that's all right. We got issues.
It's gonna be some smoke in the city.
It's gonna be some furniture moving.
It's going
because if Pastor is Big Nipples sent us some pictures.
Pastor Big Nipples.
Pastor is Apple Bottom. Pastor is Tooth Booty.
Pastor Areola.
Pastor is Areola Tooth Booty. If she sent us some shit.
Pastor Lips with a Z.
Pastoress Head Monster. If she sent us some shit and we was talking about we would be there, kick us out the house.
Yeah, we got to go.
Nobody could really be saying that this, you can't play victim after going with the responses you put. Am I wrong? Am I wrong, man? Tell me.
No, you're absolutely correct. It was a situation like you said from the jump when you said the text messages earlier this week. Mm-hmm. That's the impression I got off the top. Like you was engaging in the situation. You took the bait, and then all of a sudden you reversed it and tried to play him in a sense. Period.
In the feed, shout out to Letitia. Shout out to LTC Uncut.
Yes, sir.
Check them out this Wednesday. They'll be live in DMST Studios, filming the second episode of season 3.
Yeah. Season 3. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But she said, "How should she have responded? Don't try to woman this. Not like that. How about that? How about the answer is not like that?
Because if that was your response,
yeah,
would you take your phone and then show your man? But
hell, look at that, Pastor Dick print.
Look what Pastor said to me, and let him see your response.
No,
yeah, you ain't gonna do that. So yeah, we're not going there. We're not going there.
Oh my God, man.
I'm also concerned about the fact that Toya said there's a lot of pastors in her DMs.
Right, I ain't surprised though.
I mean,
at all.
I don't know what is up with the pastors these days that they sliding like that.
Yeah, they wilding. They keeping it 100 with everybody.
It's not surprising. People look at these individuals in the positions that they hold and expect them to be these perfect individuals, and they just not. And I don't mean that in a way as far as like saying they're perfect. I mean in a sense as far as that they ain't capable of being on some fuckery. Like
that's my thing. It's just I guess I just wouldn't expect them to be so blatant with it in a sense. I guess that's why for me it's like, all right, that's why it's kind of surprising. It's like I get it. I would think you would try to. I guess a DM slide is a little bit more under wraps because nobody sees it. So I guess that's the thing. Like I wouldn't expect you to just be, oh, I didn't mean I added you to my close friends by mistake. Like it's kind of lame, but it's almost lame enough that it works because obviously it's worked.
It worked
he's been doing it.
Can I say something real quick? I feel like the disrespect. I'm not trying to look at him. Right over here, if they can see it, is that like a kid's puppet? Like, is you taking these pictures with your kids' toys in the fucking picture? This nigga's out of pocket, bro. This nigga's out of pocket, man.
I don't know. It's just, so did he get kicked out the church?
He resigned. He left.
Do you think he should resign? That's a good question too. Do y'all think he should resign or should leave? At the end of the day, he's
inboxing women. Yeah,
he's a human. And he's imperfect. Nobody walking this earth is. I'm just. Y'all, I asked the question. I hate your reaction.
If Jesus forgives, so should we.
I'm just asking the question.
That's not. He remind me of. He remind me of
Leon Love.
Leon Love, nigga.
I mean, I don't know. It's like he's an imperfect person. I mean, like, should I'm just asking y'all opinion and the feed. Do y'all think he should leave the church or be kicked out the church for doing that? Personally, myself, I believe that's pretty blatant. Mm-hmm. I do think he shouldn't be a leader in the church doing that. I think that's pretty blatant, but that's my opinion. I feel like you should be setting an example if you're a leader in that sense. So that's my opinion. So I do think he should probably not be a leader in the church.
No, he shouldn't be.
No, he shouldn't.
He shouldn't.
We concur on that. You need to step down. Like, bro, you can't be. There are certain things from a quote unquote spiritual standpoint, if people look at it that way, that you just can't. You're not supposed to do when you in certain positions. Period. I mean, from the top person all the way down to just a believer or whatever. You can't do that.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Like, you shouldn't even be taking pictures like that, doing shit like that, and sending them to people, man.
Grown,
Like,
though. I mean, he's still human.
yeah, he's human, but when you when you take on,
Bradshaw should have been a lawyer.
That's the thing, though. It'd be you weren't forced into that position. You chose to take. You chose to be a part of the cloth. You chose to be a pastor, to pursue that life. You know what I mean. So when you take on that position, you can't be doing stuff like that, man.
Toya is Hillsong Church in California. You freak. What church is this again? And shout out to Letitia talking about she would show her man those texts. Good for you. Good luck with that.
I think she's in the minority.
Yeah, she definitely in the minority.
Because out of the
in the minority of her own truth. Because we know her peoples and okay, try it. My thing to you is go ahead and try it. She put up a fake challenge the other day when they were supposed to be doing like you seen the ones the other day when people was like calling like yeah, with my friend, I'll call you right back or whatever. And people, but you with your man, like your man get in the car.
Oh, I saw a video, but she did that on her.
She was trying to, but y'all know who do it. He kind of had this look like, nigga, you got me fucked up.
I saw a video. It was a white boy I saw. They was country as hell. He's like, so who was your friend? He was mad. I didn't say friend, so I heard you. Yeah, he was mad. He was mad. Oh, that is a challenge. Ooh, Jesus, no, don't do that. Yeah. What is up with that? I mean, I think people taking these challenges a little too far sometimes because let's be real. If any of us get into a car and we see our girls, they be like, all right, cool. My friend getting into the car. This car ain't moving.
Yeah. The one was funny as hell. He called her buddy.
Oh yeah, that's the one I saw. The white dude.
Yeah, he called her. Yeah. But that was the black version of fam. You call your hey, bro. When you say to your girl, hey, bro, chill the fuck out, bro. Like it's real. He here to hey, buddy.
He said, hey, buddy.
Hey, he wasn't playing with that pink toe on that one, fam.
What the fuck's going on?
Oh man.
Yeah, man. All in all, it's just it's gotta move on, fam.
So we agree he should step down.
He should step down, absolutely. Because at that, I mean, look, you can forgive people, but at that point, when you put that type of image into people's eyes and it becomes public like that, you can never go back to that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Got to step down.
I mean, last thing I'll ask before we move on. I mean, are regular people holding these people in these positions in the church to higher standards than they should be held?
No. I feel like what I think is going on. That's a good question, man. It depends on your school of thought, I guess. Meaning, according to modern day religion, you shouldn't hold these people to this level of a standard. Mm-hmm. According to 2021 form of religion. According to traditional religion, a lot of shit we let slide wouldn't slide. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the views we got on a lot of different shit is modernized. So, in essence, we should hold him to that standard. But given the modernizing of the church nowadays, you can't hold them to that standard. They'll let you come in that bitch in Jordans and sweatpants.
I get what you're saying.
It's just different now. Church is different.
It's not traditional like it used to be.
So you pastor, you can get some pussy on the side. You know what I'm saying? I think that's insane to say.
Because let's be clear, the same way. Okay. First, to answer your question, I personally believe that when you are of that stature in the church, you are the pastor of Second and Third, Fifth Mount Olive Baptist Episcopal Church of Latter-day Saints, whatever. Mm-hmm. You are the head guy that's running. You have a quote-unquote flock. Mm-hmm. People that listen to you on a regular, your advice, spiritual, spiritual, follow your spirituality and what you bring and what basically believe everything you saying to be true. So they absolutely are held to a certain standard. But the reality is,
So what you are telling me
right?
is as the pastor of 2nd and 3rd Episcopal Baptist Church,
Yeah,
if Sister Betty want to give me some head in the car, I got to say no, brother. Is that what you telling me?
they supposed to say that.
If my dick looks good in my Nike sweatpants, brother, you telling me I can't send a picture? To my close friends, I want to bless these ladies with these green circles at the top of their Instagram pages. I don't just want friends, brother. I want close friends in Jesus' name.
In Jesus' name.
I want to send this print to my flock.
In Jesus' name.
In Jesus' name.
Is it better if you say in Jesus' name, or does it make it right?
I want to inbox these scallywags.
In Jesus' name.
These pastors is
Oh
he
man,
sent this dick to somebody in close
In
friends.
Jesus' name.
In Jesus' name. Bend it over. Bust it open for me.
that'll
In
be
Jesus'
In
name.
Jesus' name.
that'll be $8.
Oh God, yo, I'm done.
The same way that don't work. Like, we can sit here and say something to your girl, like, all right, cool, we did it in Jesus' name.
Yeah.
The same way that ain't gonna work.
Is this gonna work here?
It's the same way for
Where was you at last night? I went to the strip club in Jesus' name.
but that's the same way that
must be
if
okay.
you respond that way, say ha ha. I guess I ain't the close friends. The same way that ain't gonna work.
Yeah, man.
And if you want to test it, let's test it out.
Oh man.
I know I'm not gonna.
But the
test it out,
reality is, let's be real. Let's flip that. The same way he tried to run game on her, it was other ones in the flock or friends that fell for it, and that actually was like, cool. He probably knocked them off.
My flock.
in Jesus' name, though.
In Jesus' name. He taking them up.
You already know,
Right,
man.
Oh man.
We all well know that there are individuals that will fall for bullshit like that,
Yeah, man.
and think it's okay.
All right, y'all. We got a simple one coming up. Our transitions is a little off this week, but we got a simple one, man. Dev, you had a crazy post this week about I guess I don't know if it was. I guess it is about bullying more so, but
Yeah.
it was a scenario.
So, all right. So I'm at work on Wednesday.
Oh, I forgot it was a real life scenario.
Yeah, maybe Wednesday or Thursday. Might have been Thursday morning. Yeah, Thursday morning. So kindergarten kid comes in the classroom, tells the teacher, "My brother is bullying me on the bus." He said, "My brother took my shoe and threw it across the bus because I wouldn't like sit down or be quiet or something." So she went upstairs and she went to the 3rd grade classroom and was like, "You don't bully your All right. First of all, I'm not going out. Nobody is nothing. I'm trying to keep,
Shit, why not?
maybe the little
Out
boy.
in Jesus' name.
In Jesus' name. He a little badass in Jesus' name. But sometimes, maybe the little brother might, little brothers tend to have a smart mouth.
Right.
They tend to not listen. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, it's not bullying if it's coming from older brothers. Now, I know you got 2 older brothers. I know you got 1 older brother.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have older brothers?
I'm the baby.
Okay.
Yeah, I got 2 older brothers and an older sister.
So I put in my feed, it was, I had to be 13 or 14. My brother, he was back at the house with us for a little bit. 'Cause my brother's like 13 or 14 years older than me. So my brother had to be in his late 20s. This is my oldest brother. And my father asked me to vacuum. And my brother was like, "Hey, everybody call him Tall except for me. I call him Dad." He was like, "Tall asked you to vacuum." And I'm like, so? And I kind of said it with an attitude. My brother punched me so fucking hard in my chest, man. Like, he punched me so fucking hard.
Your soul flew out the back of you.
Nigga, I said, bro, I'm sitting in the feed, nigga. That nigga hit me so hard, the motherfucking vacuum plugged in. That nigga said, I was vacuuming instantly, bro. Like, I'm crying and vacuuming at the same time. But to me, that's just being an older brother. Like, watch your fucking mouth around your brother, man.
Right.
I don't know. What's your
So
opinion?
yes, I know your question was it like really bullying or whatever?
Yeah, like, is that bullying?
I think the example you share is different from probably what happened on that bus. Who knows? 'Cause I mentioned it before the show. Somebody in the feed, and when you posted it, was saying that they get it from an older brother or something like that, but that should be done at home more than anything else.
Yeah.
So maybe the situation is that older brothers and older sisters do that stuff to you, but maybe it's not done in public as much. But like I said, maybe the little boy had a smart mouth or something like that.
Oh, he definitely does.
Okay.
Without a doubt.
Okay.
Yeah. At that point, he probably needed to be checked.
Yeah, you guys. I mean, so at some point, I do think at some point everybody gets to this stage where you got to check them no matter what. Because if you don't, it's just gonna wind up turning into a 14-year-old that say he ain't gonna vacuum, and then they got to collapse your chest.
Yeah, right? Exactly, man.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, but in a public setting, that's probably it could be a little too far. Could be.
But is the school bus really a public setting?
Yeah, it's out the house. It's out the house. What you think?
I'll put it like this. If I had a little brother, and cause see, some people I'm diving a little too deep into it. But I always knew growing up, my father used to always tell me, yeah, your last name is McDaniel. We represent ourselves a certain way and blah, 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 blah. So if you clowning or doing some shit and I'm your older brother, I see you doing it, I got to put you in your place. Absolutely. I don't think that's bullying. Bullying to me is when you consistently just picking on somebody.
Yeah, I just don't think bullying can come from your brother. Like, this is your brother. How am I bullying you? Shut your bitch ass down.
Well, the only way I would consider it being bullying and being a brother is if you an older brother that's just picking on your little brother. That's bullying.
Yeah.
Like if you just fucking with him for no reason, he ain't doing nothing wrong. You just go fucking with him. That's considered
you gotta
bullying.
fuck with the little ones.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. I know exactly where you're coming from.
I don't know, man. It's just the big brother being.
Now, if he do some shit and you being an older brother and you, hey, look, no, we ain't about to have this. This ain't what you about to do.
Yeah.
I agree with you 100%. Yeah, if I had a little brother growing up and he was doing stupid shit, hell yeah, I'm gonna check him, cave his chest in. But if I put it like this, if my older brothers would have just been consistently picking on me, I would look at that as bullying, and I think that would be wrong.
Yeah,
good
just
point.
Picking on me for no reason.
They threw
or saying shit about me, or different stuff. Just
Yeah,
they threw his
point,
shoe.
Good point from the feed. Yeah,
they threw his shoe. His big brother threw his shoe because he was. First of all, to put it, his shoe was off. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The little boys wasn't just sitting there playing tiddlywinks. His big brother untied his shoes and threw them across the fucking.
You want to take your shoe off? Okay,
yeah, you want to take your shoe off? I'm gonna throw it across the bus.
No,
that's what a bit like.
That ain't bullying.
That's a big brother. Like, keep your fucking shoes on.
Yeah.
And I'm only 8. I know you 5. I'm only 8. I don't know how else to make you understand you need to keep your shoe on, other than to throw it across the bus, and then you know that I can't take my shoe off no more because my brother gonna throw it. Like, I don't understand. Like, bullying is just. Can I be honest?
Yeah, go ahead.
The teachers, hue might have been a little lighter, like the people in this picture. Okay? The kids were about our complexion.
Right.
If you understand what I'm saying. So the roles, I'm like, this is not bullying, fam.
Yeah, it's not.
It just wasn't bullying. It's just, and y'all gotta understand my role at the school. So she kind of came to me as if somehow I was gonna be like, what? Bring them here now.
Right.
It was.
I can see Dev now. Like,
she don't know that Dev is the most I don't give a fuck person in the world. Like, it don't bother him. Dev is the person that would let us get our ass whooped in the bar because it didn't involve him. So Dev is the biggest ass.
I'm not gonna deal with this slander any longer. I would defend your honor, both of you guys.
Come on. Like Dev was really gonna be like, oh my God, bring him here. On a school bus? Like,
you know what it is?
I done got a bottle busted over my head in the bar and he ain't do shit.
Hey,
What the fuck, man?
I had to figure out what happened.
I know how you looked at it. What did the nigga do? No, but I get where you're coming from. I mean, if you doing some shit and I'm your older brother and you doing something wrong, you already have a behavioral problem, which sounds like it's my job to be like, hey, look, chill out.
Yeah.
Or you got your shoe off. Now I know exactly what happened. He probably was fucking around, took his shoe off, doing some bullshit he wasn't supposed to do, and his brother came, got frustrated, and said, Well, go get the motherfucker. Since you ain't gonna wear it. Since you ain't gonna wear the motherfucker.
That's exactly how it
You know what I'm saying? That's probably how you probably like, man, fuck it then. You ain't gonna wear it.
That's exactly how. And this kid, this is another issue we run into a lot. You know, for people, I deal with all the behavior, family meetings, all that different kind of stuff at the school. So a lot of times, well, that's what I'm supposed to do. I can get into that this year. But COVID has been a little different. But you'll have some of these younger black kids. I'm not going to get into their family history and structure. But, you know, you might have some situations, you know what I mean, with the kids and their family and just black families in general. With the kids that go to the school, just urban families. And, I thought it was froze something. So you'll have like this kid, the younger kid is, they think he's so cute or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, they don't mess with my, I'm going to say his name, but you can't be messing with him. He is lacking male guidance, okay? He cries too much. He does not need people hugging him more and more. He needs someone to be stern with him, set boundaries, set limits, allow him to fail at those limits, then go and talk to him after he failed and explain to him what he needs to do better. Like, you need to not coddle him. So part of this was, I can't believe they made little such and such cry. They need to make him cry every day on the bus.
So let me ask you, is this coming from the dev with the social background, or is this coming from the dev that's just a nigga that had brothers and a father at home?
No, this is a combination of both.
Okay.
This is a combination.
I think we all have that's experience that when we, if we got older brothers or we got brothers that we done fought with and played football with or something, that had a father and stuff like that, I think we have a different level of nigga toughen up.
Yeah.
Than other people do.
And but you see that a lot, especially with young urban kids, no matter their race, and maybe educators who don't have that same background. They'll go more of the sympathy route than being empathetic to their situation. They'll go more sympathetic, which can be condescending to people. You know what I mean? I still want you to challenge him. Mm-hmm. You have to treat him like whatever because he has hurdles. You still need to challenge him. You know what I'm saying? And you need to be stern with him. You know what I mean? And I know he's fragile and all. I get it. I understand. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you can't. Somebody needs to toughen him up. And if his big brothers is toughening him up, then good for them. Good for them. Because there's too many people right now trying to make sure he don't skin his knee.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm done.
And I think people are coddled a little bit too much at a younger age these days.
Absolutely, this generation.
To a certain extent, and people do too much of trying to help people avoid or help kids avoid the hurt that comes along with certain things, either failing at stuff or. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying bullying is right. I'm not going there.
Absolutely.
But the stuff that comes along with that, things like that. I guess unless you sits. A lot of people have been bullied in some way, shape, or form, and something at some point along the line or whatever. And it's just, and people try to protect people so much from that you don't learn how to deal with the adversity of having to deal with a difficult person or difficult situations, and then you get, that's what happens. Then people become grown, and you haven't had to deal with any of these things. And you don't know how to deal with difficult people that are assholes to you, people at your job or something like that, because they tried to shield you so much from in your years growing up and stuff like that, and it does hinder your growth. And the
other part to the other side to that, the kind of I don't want to say deeper, but another side to that is, all right, I don't know how to explain this, so I'm gonna try to just go on the fly how to explain it. So you have issues, right? You're only in fucking kindergarten, first grade. You're young. You've experienced heavy issues,
right?
Unless you at that point try to intervene and provide some level of conflict normalcy, meaning, you've experienced some heavy issues and a lot of conflict. You got to overcome this. You can't have this life of people trying to, like you were saying, shield. You can't have a life where people are trying to prevent you from being hurt again. Because you never develop what you need to battle against being hurt. Because since you was 5, 6 years old, the world has tried to prevent you from feeling that hurt again, rather than leaning into the hurt and being like, all right, this is how you deal with hurt. You have now experienced some shit that you probably shouldn't experience, but you can become a stronger young man because of this, and this. And like, you'll run into these situations where these kids be 3rd, 4th, 5th grade, and they didn't have some hard upbringings, but the people in their life who are around the majority of the day, the educators, have done more coddling than like making them face whatever issues they've dealt with, and then basically making them realize, hey, you dealt with some heavy shit. You're probably stronger than the majority of your classmates. Probably the strongest kid in this grade. Now, how can you take that? You'll have those, like this Kwity Paye dude that just got drafted from Michigan. He got drafted this weekend in the NFL draft, had a crazy upbringing, crazy experiences. The people who figure out how to flip that correctly, they turn into Kwity Paye. They become extremely successful.
Right.
There is a way to take your hurt and flip it and make it into a positive. To put it this way. All right, my bad, y'all know I'm beating around the bush. We had somebody get shot in the field next to our school earlier this year. We on West 41st. We in the hood.
Right.
I mean, that happens over there.
It happens. Obviously, 95% of the kids live in this 5-mile radius. You know what I'm saying? All the kids live in this community. I understand that very few to none outside of myself and maybe 1 or 2 others have ever even lived in a community where a murder happened. I understand the need to want to protect the kids. I get it. Obviously, that's my fucking job, right? But these kids live in this community. At some point, we have to show them that it's okay to play in the park in your own fucking community. Because if you continue to close the park for the entire school year, now they believe it's not even good for me to play in the own park in my fucking neighborhood. Mm-hmm. So does it make the job harder? Yeah. But if you're going to take a job in the middle of the hood,
I'm about to say, don't sign up for the
then
job.
don't sign. If you can't do it, don't sign up for it. But I'm just one person screaming at a void because none of these people have my experiences, and they can't even comprehend that, fam, these kids need to go back and play in this field. They need to go back to this park. They need to understand that it's okay, that it's safe, that they're going to be all right. You got to reinforce that. I get that you're trying to coddle them and save them and protect them, and somebody got shot. I get it, man. I really do get it. But there's a flip side. Like, you can't just look at the negative thing and be like, oh, well, I guess we got to protect them for the rest of their life. There's nothing you can do. We can't go back to that park. It's closed forever. It's not closed forever.
So do you feel like, in a sense, that's crippling them?
It's crippling them. Yeah. And they're doing, like, that was the mood around the situation with the little kindergartner. Like, he's not getting bullied. It was his big brother doing some big brother shit to him. I know he has a tough upbringing. I know. I'll tell y'all more about it. I know the relationship between him. I know. Yeah. But that was not, I understand he had some crazy shit happen. But at some point, he's going to have to get bullied like a little brother, whatever. He's going to get treated like a little brother gets treated by his big brothers. I don't give a fuck what he experienced so far. He got to experience that at some point. Yeah. He got to get some sense of normalcy.
And truth be told, like, speaking from personal experience, I know I got 2 older brothers. I'm 40. My oldest brothers are, 51 and 49, 50, something like that. Mm-hmm. The only time they ever put hands on me, ever checked me or did something was when I was fucking up. Mm-hmm. When I was doing something. Mm-hmm. That's why I say in that example.
Same here.
I feel like if I'm your older brother and I see you doing something that ain't right, it's my job. No matter how it comes off, it's my job to check you on it and to prove a point to you. This ain't what you about to do. Because honestly, the thing is, this is how I know it ain't bullying. Because the reality is, an older brother that don't give a fuck would have joined in on the party.
Yeah, exactly.
He would have joined in with him, like, oh yeah, laughing and joking and carrying it on, pushing them to do the shit. Mm-hmm. But by him stepping in, saying, "Look here, you just ain't what you supposed to be doing and did some shit, ain't bullying, man. That's an older brother being an older brother.
My brother was a fucking boxer in the army, bro. So that punch was not a wasn't your average fucking punch to the sternum.
That was a safari punch.
Yeah, that was some real shit. So and I don't know exactly what she's referring to. Like you have to explain that to the kids because it's not safe. I don't know if you're talking about the field. I don't know that to be true. It wasn't safe at the time of the shooting.
I mean, I to be honest, to Letitia's point in the feed, I actually kind of thought about that because you kept saying that you got to tell them that you have to get back into the field and play. In a sense, the neighborhood is not safe, but they
live there. So
they live there. You have to. So it's almost like
y'all niggas grew up on some.
I know. You ain't got to put my street out there. Ain't nobody get killed on my street. You know what I'm saying?
I grew up on Alverson.
It was the next street over that got killed. You know what I'm saying?
I grew up on Strathmore, Orinoco.
But no. What I mean by it is that I get it. We have to know that it's a dangerous area.
Yeah, and I'm sure they know that.
What you have to teach them is that not that it's really safe to get back out there. You have to teach them how to be out there.
Yeah,
maybe that's what it's how to be out there because technically it ain't safe.
And that's literally what we're doing. We're supposed to be teaching,
but you can't shut it off. To your point,
you can't shut it off. We got 3.5 weeks of school left. It's over. Like they shut it.
That would be like them shutting down all of Shaw because a nigga got beat down or whatever. Nigga, that happened every other week or something. You know what I'm saying? It's just whatever. You know what I mean? But it's just,
it is, man.
So I think that's what it is.
You got to find a happy medium. Yeah. But when I was trying to have this conversation, to even have the conversation early, not that my way is perfect and we're going to do it this way and this, that, but let's at least have a conversation of trying to integrate the kids back into using.
Yeah, you can't cut it off.
You can't
because it's like you can't cut off every route that you walking home from home because somebody got in a fight over her. I mean, you gotta. It's just shitty that you have to address it. But the reality of their situation is you have to address it. Like, look, I used to know that. Hey, if you walk down Shaw, this might happen. Or if you walk down the street, this might happen. So you learn your way through it. But at some point, you might have to walk down one of these streets. So you have to learn how to. You have to teach them how to navigate their situation.
And you know what's crazy? The other day, I was doing dismissal. And a couple of the kids, this is where it stemmed from. This is where that conversation about the park thing really stemmed from and got my blood back boiling and shit. Mm-hmm. We doing dismissal, and a couple of the kids, they're in 4th grade, they can walk. They got older siblings come get them or whatever. This park has a huge field, and then it has you go through that huge field, there's gates around it, and then you go through the other gates, and you get to a playground and two sets of basketball, full basketball courts. Some of the kids, the older kids, went over there and was playing basketball after school with some of their friends. They live in the fucking neighborhood.
That's what kids do.
Yeah.
And one of the teachers out there with me was like, are they over at the park? Yes, they're at the park. They live in the fucking community. Yeah, they got to go to this park. I don't think y'all get it. When y'all get in your cars and drive back to fucking Brecksville or wherever the fuck you from,
right?
They got to go. That's where they hoop at, bro. Like, I don't know what y'all think. Right. Like, what do y'all think they're just, where else they supposed to go?
Yeah. It's almost a case of either.
Fuck you want them to do?
Yeah. It's almost a case of either not have a childhood or do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, the reality.
But niggas man, it's the fuck, my bad. It's the Cameron scene. Niggas get killed every day, B. Like, it's just, you eat your chips. You be all right. You know what I'm saying? From, what the fuck is the movie?
Paid in Full.
Paid in Full.
No, I get what you're saying. I mean, when you really sit back, you know what? There is some truth in what you're saying. Because the reality is we all grew up in East Cleveland. I know certain times and situations that I knew certain parts that was, tumultuous almost. That I knew if I went this way or that way or whatever. Mm-hmm. But in the same breath, I can remember as a kid also just being like, I want to have fun, so I'm about to play football on the street. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I know a lot of stuff wasn't necessarily as bad as it was back when we grew up. I ain't even lie. I lived in the area in East Cleveland. My father still left the front door open. Mm-hmm. I'm just being real. It still was fucked up, but he used to stay. Well, that's because my father was strapped. That's because he had, PTSD and had a fucking rifle sitting there at attention. That's a whole other story. But still, when you live in a community, it's either this. Either you teach them how to deal with what they're dealing with.
You adapt.
Or you move.
Mm-hmm.
Because the reality is you can't stop a kid from wanting to be a kid.
Yeah.
What they supposed to do? Just sit up in the crib? Like if it's a basketball hoop or playground right there,
Right
you
there.
telling me I can't go right
somebody
there?
got shot in August. It's almost next August.
As much as we talk about kids being in the house too much nowadays too, we gonna tell them not to be outside.
That's wild, man.
No, I get it.
And
I
agree-
wish I could show you the area they got to
Yeah.
do recess in. Y'all would be like, you got to be kidding me. Yeah.
Right. And I agree. Shout out to Letitia in the feed. She made a good point. We live in a different time, right? We do. We absolutely do. It is a different time. Things are a little wild. I ain't gonna say a little. They're definitely more reckless than what we went through. It still was reckless back in the day.
You know what's crazy? Real quick, my bad for jumping.
No, go ahead.
We talked about this maybe a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Letitia, but I don't know if I agree with that.
Yeah.
We was joking around about it. Like, where they selling drugs at? Where the corner boy? Where
You
the niggas
really
on the
don't
corner?
see. You know what it is?
It's just not as wild.
I can't get no shit. Be quiet.
I'm saying it's not as blatantly. Like, I used to have to walk past drug dealers, nigga,
Yeah.
on the way home from school. Niggas with drugs in their pocket dealing drugs on the corner. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't even see, like, I could drive past East Cleveland at 10 o'clock at night, and it's not a motherfucker nowhere on the corner.
Yeah, I remember being a kid and we was like riding through the city, and then I remember stopping at an intersection once. It's like me and we was on the way to the hall, I think. So it's like my mom and me and my brothers, we dressed up and shit or whatever.
Yeah.
And somebody just like tapping the carpet, like, one of y'all got a dime? I mean, literally, it's just like, yo, that's what you mean. That's how blatant it used to be.
The
where
80s and 90s was wild, bro.
Yeah.
where it's just
It
like,
was,
you used
yeah.
to have to literally walk past the niggas that was doing that. Yeah, it's all on phones and shit now, basically.
Yeah, it's
like
different. It's different.
Everybody got connects and shit now.
I just don't.
ain't
I
gotta
don't
be
see
out there.
niggas at like at this park. I'm not joking. It's not niggas just at the park. Niggas used to just be at the park, nigga.
Yeah. Back in the
Just at the park. It's just not. It's not. It's. I feel it, but in that sense, in this particular sense, I get it that it's different with a lot of different other stuff. But in this specific case, the risk is not dire. There is a strategy to figure it out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they've never experienced that, though. Like, I don't think they understand that, like, if somebody got killed at Patterson Park, unless it was a gang war, probably nobody else is going to get killed there for 20 years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But they don't get it. In their brain, somebody got killed in this field, so this field is where they be doing the killing. No, fam, you are in the middle of the belly of the beast, and they be killing everywhere. But people still got to live. They got to walk to the store. They got to get shit to drink. They got, I don't know whatever. I wish people could be a part of it and see what's going on to really get a full grasp of understanding of the way that community is viewed through the eyes of the employees.
Right.
As opposed to the students and the parents. It's areas of the community they won't go into to get lunch, something to drink, water, whatever.
Yeah.
What the fuck do you think people gonna do? Do you think it's just niggas robbers
That's what
standing on the other side of the corner store?
Yes.
Go get some fucking gum. Like, what is going on? Like, why are y'all so terrified?
But that's you gotta let them have that in the sense.
I mean, I get it, but the problem is they're responsible for the well-being of these kids all day. And while that is good to keep them safe, you're also shielding them from their own fucking community. It got to be some kind of balance. I get it. You're right. They can't. I'm not gonna live in my community scared. I'm not gonna be scared of my own community, man. I'm not. I'm not gonna do that. And maybe y'all scared of my community, but I'm not gonna be scared in my community. I live here.
Right.
I live here, man. I gotta sleep here. I gotta do Thanksgiving here. I gotta play outside. Like, I live here, man.
Right.
You're not gonna make me feel like I can't. What? I can't sleep because I might get murdered tomorrow. Man, fuck out of here, man. All right, whatever. All right. Maybe
No, I get what you're saying.
I get it.
Yeah.
All right, so while we're talking about communities and everything, I want to ask people in the feed and y'all too. We talked about it a little bit pre-show. You know, we've all three of us in this room have lived in different places. I want to know people that's still tuned in right now, and even throughout the week, you know, y'all hit us up in our different avenues or whatever. Where have y'all lived outside of y'all city? I mean, I know it's people in the feed right now. We got Cleveland, we got, you know, Cincinnati and things like that. Where have y'all lived outside of living in Cleveland? Hell, you can even count college because if you were there for a number of years, you lived there, for the bulk of a year or whatever. I mean, and I think about that because it's always in my mind because both of y'all have experience living in Atlanta. I really wanted to know how hard did y'all lean into that shit, and I want to know how much people have leaned into the place, especially if you moved away and came back home. Like, how hard did you lean into where you lived, and how much did you adapt to being there? Like, I've known people who have moved down south for school for 2, 3, 4 years and came back talking with an accent like they grew up in the South. It's like, come on now, like you still grew up in EC or whatever. But how much did y'all lean into the cultures and get into that whole little mold of things or whatever when y'all left? Or do y'all still have have a special place in y'all, like somewhere inside of y'all for where y'all lived in Atlanta or y'all went away to school and stuff like that? Like I don't know. Y'all talk to me about that real quick. Cause I know for a fact you really do talk about Atlanta a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I actually lived in Atlanta basically 2.5 times.
2.5. I don't know how you.
The third time,
the halftime, he only went to get the Lou Wills.
The third, I got the lemon pepper honey.
Yeah, the Lou Wills. That's only halftime.
No, Atlanta was Well, see, this is the thing. Atlanta wasn't nothing new to me. I had been going down to Atlanta since I was a kid because my father was from Atlanta. My grandmother was down there. All my family, different family members was living. So, I was basically going down there every summer, like since grade school. So I knew Atlanta, whatever. But when I became an adult, oh, by the way, I lived in Detroit too for like 3 days. But
I ain't never known a nigga to pack up his whole house.
No, for 2 days.
Put it in a
U-Haul.
I
literally was like,
put it in a U-Haul and come back.
I literally was like,
nah, I'm good.
This nigga got all the way to 8 Mile and said, you know what? Eminem one line. You know what I'm saying?
I love Coney Island chicken, nigga, but nah. But that's a whole other story. But I think the most memorable thing for me as far as diving into was the Greyhound bus station and fucking Magic City being right across the street.
So you got off the bus. Oh no, you didn't take the bus down, but you just know.
No, that's the one memory. Like I know that ain't the question exactly, but that's the one thing I remember the most as far as just living. I remember the Greyhound bus station.
It's right there,
and it's Magic City right fucking there.
Right there.
Like it's right there.
I did Atlanta too.
And Atlanta is popular, and I see people saying, a couple people I saw like Tisha saying Atlanta and stuff like that. And
I did Atlanta, but I'll leave Atlanta for a second. Erie was where I was at for 5 years for college, Erie, Pennsylvania. So
Erie's tiny and weird.
Yeah, it's like Painesville, but it's the size of Akron. You know what I'm saying? It's just FUBU 05, Jersey still. Just a very weird place. You know what I'm saying? But it is a very nostalgic place because it was where I went from being a kid into being a young man. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna hold it actually, I brought that up to say Erie holds a more special place in my heart than Atlanta.
Yeah,
Atlanta. I think Atlanta is different because I was fresh out of college, first job, no real money in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? In the suburbs of Atlanta. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it was like, it was cool, but it wasn't, you was paycheck to paycheck in Atlanta. You know, it was just a very weird, it's not very accessible like Cleveland would be. You know what I'm saying? Like fresh out living in Cleveland, you know what I mean? Getting an apartment, Family Dollars every 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a very
transportation
is very accessible.
Like you said, in Atlanta it's cool, but if you start getting to the outskirts, like
it's impossible.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing too. When I lived down there, I never lived in Atlanta. I worked downtown Atlanta.
Yeah, I lived in Marietta.
Like I lived in Snellville. I lived in Duluth, Georgia. I lived in Stone Mountain. Like I lived on the outskirts of Atlanta. I never wanted to actually live in the city because that's just a whole nother ballgame. It's too much. It's way too much going on. I always lived on the outskirts where, like, even when I lived in Snellville, Georgia, which was like probably like maybe 25, 30, maybe like 30, 35 minutes away from Atlanta, It was more country roads, not country roads.
Yeah.
Route 124. You know 124.
Yeah, man, it's country road.
It's country road. Like
Nigga, if you was put it in Cleveland, that's a country road.
nigga, you literally be driving, and the next light won't be for like 2 miles.
Yeah,
nigga.
I don't think people get it, man.
Like
It's just getting gas, getting milk, getting bread.
it ain't right around the corner.
It's not. It's just not conducive to a young man working at fucking Enterprise as a management trainee. It's
Right.
just
I
not.
can exactly.
Yeah, I kind of went through that for me living in South Carolina. I always say I gave my 20s to South Carolina, to be from South Carolina, because it was so weird, because the same things y'all are saying, like sometimes, I mean, I was lucky enough to have some stores right there, but some stuff is not as close as you think it is. You know, it's not like riding around the corner real quick, we're going to go up there or whatever. And so, but it got so common to me that I would just be like, oh yeah, I'm just going to go here real quick. And it's only a 20-minute ride. And it felt like 20 minutes to me, but it was probably like 30, 35 minutes.
Nigga, let me right here. Okay, perfect example. If I tell y'all right now after this show, hey, look, I'm about to run to the gas station real quick. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
You right.
I'm going to be back in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But if you living down south in Atlanta, if I say, nigga, I'm going to the gas station, I'll be back in a half hour.
You'll be back in about 40 minutes.
About 40 minutes. Like, I mean, real talk, because everything was not, unless you was just in a specific spot, like, sometimes you could catch a apartment complex or you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Little spot.
Shopping
little
center area.
You may catch a little spot right on the corner or whatever you at it, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part,
it's still hard to get to, though.
nigga, real talk, real quick. I used to live in Snellville off of Route 124. And I'm sitting like, man, where's the motherfucking liquor store?
Package store.
Package store.
Yeah, package store.
in South Carolina, yeah.
Do you know how long it took me to, and this was down, a straight shot down 124. It took me a half hour to get to it. Like, literally. That's how far it was from my townhouse that I was living in. Like, dude, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, it was like I was in Marietta on Cobb and Windy Hill.
Hill. Yep.
Yeah, it's cool. Like I wasn't that far from damn near everything. Like I wasn't that far from Cumberland Mall. Now they built that's where the Braves Stadium and shit is at.
Right.
But I was far.
Yeah.
But I wasn't far. You know what I'm saying? Like
It was a South Far. The South Far is different. Man.
yeah, it's like Steel Yard.
Yeah.
From here.
Yeah.
That's how far it was. It wasn't far, but it was too far if I just want some fucking milk.
Yeah.
Like, why do I gotta go to the Steel Yard for some milk?
Yep. The South is really popular in the feed right now between people that's lived there and saying that they would go there. Because if I ever move again, I do think I'm going to go south. You know, like if I move out the state of Ohio, I do think I want to go south. I want to go into an area like Atlanta or something like that. I don't want to live in the city, but I do want those outskirts or something like that. Cost of living is better down there for you. But that's pretty expensive. But like when I was asking y'all like how y'all leaned into it, did y'all lean into the culture, the music?
No.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't.
And yeah, I know Dev.
I was too Cleveland centric.
Yeah, he's definitely.
I got part of the reason why I dove into it was more so because of the fact that I was I don't know about you. I don't know if you really kicked it a whole lot while you was down there or not.
I did.
You did. But like a lot of people I hung around, like my cousins was down there, so every house party they was taking me
So
to.
you had family.
You know what I'm saying? Like every house party I was going to was house music.
Yeah.
It was all this at night, I think Ghost Town DJs, Pastor Troy.
You want to know my main issue?
You know what I mean?
I think it's probably because I worked at Enterprise, and I was working with professionals.
Yeah.
I'm not saying nobody else
saying.
wasn't.
Yeah.
You was around family.
Yeah.
A lot of people. I'm trying to think. Maybe one. There's a girl named Erin was the only one that was from Atlanta. And I don't know. She was from Savannah.
Savannah is real nice.
Yeah.
Now that's a place I would consider
I
moving.
love Savannah.
I don't think anybody. My one dude was from Florida. My one homie Joe was from Montgomery, Alabama.
Ooh,
The one chick was from Alabama. Wasn't nobody from Atlanta.
But that's the thing about Atlanta. Atlanta is a big ass melting pot. Like the majority of the people that's down there, not to cut you off, majority of the individuals that's down south, period, for real, especially Atlanta, is from other places.
Yeah.
They ain't from there. Like you have people actually I know that's a lot of people that's from Atlanta that moved to other places. I mean, I wouldn't move to Atlanta now because it's crazy crowded. It's
crazy. I saw Leah say something about Charlotte. I think it was Leah on the feed.
Charlotte is
I
very
like
nice.
Charlotte. I actually, after I stopped considering Atlanta, I started considering Charlotte. That's the place I really wanted to go to. But Charlotte is the new Atlanta now.
Yeah.
Charlotte is very crowded. It's not Atlanta crowded and overpopulated, but Charlotte is really like the new Atlanta now. But Charlotte's nice. I haven't been in some years now, but Charlotte's nice. It gives you the southern feel. Still get a little too cold for me, if I go down south,
I was working on Cortlandt Street at the Enterprise, and I was down. My first week working was Black Pride weekend in Atlanta. I had listen. You gotta. I'm from East Cleveland to Erie, back to Cleveland, Atlanta. This is 2006.
Yeah.
July, maybe 2006. I get there. I'm like, man, what the fuck is going on in Atlanta, bro? It was. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something like this. Okay, I have.
It's fierce.
Listen,
it's fierce.
It's just y'all gotta. I was watching different things. So listen, y'all gotta give me a break. This is not how I feel now. You gotta understand. This is 2006, Dad, fresh out the slums.
Yeah,
I just didn't know what the fuck was going on. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went to go pick up this. We had to do pickups or whatever. So it's funny because I always know what damn I'm saying fucking shit. So I had to take a van to go pick up. It was so many people, so we were doing pickups in vans because we were going so let's say we would go to the Omni. We would pick up 3 different people for reservations. You know what I'm saying? That's how many motherfuckers it was in Atlanta. Right. Like usually in a rental car, you just take one car, pick up somebody. But I was downtown, so they'd be like, all right, you got the Omni, you got the Hilton, and you got this. And then I'm just making the rounds to those hotels, picking up people to come get rental cars. I go to the Omni to pick up this group. At first, I'm thinking it's a group of a couple different people. One, because, all right, man. Just let me come on, brainstorm. All right, so my man had on a t-shirt, some hoop shorts, some J's. And I'm like, all right, so I'm picking up these dudes. I'm picking up some dudes you clearly knew was down there for the weekend. You know what I mean? So, but they didn't give a they wasn't,
right.
They wasn't on nothing. But my one homie that was from Florida, it was a bald head black dude. I can't remember his name for nothing. But I remember he was so turned up when Fat Al was on Madden. He was turned up for me. Okay. He was like, I heard that song on Madden. But anyway, he was like either getting the car from the parking lot or cleaning the car. I don't know what he was doing. We pulled back in the parking lot. The fucking van is like, ooh, girl, you see him? Look at him. Can he rent me a car? I'm like, oh, shit. So I get out the van, and I'm like, whatever you do, bro, don't work with them, because they going to try to take you up top. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But so I had my 2 or 3 homies that, was trying to get on with my homie that worked the Enterprise. Yeah. And then I had my homies, there was like 2 dudes had on hoop shorts and J's and shit. And I'm just thinking I get in the lobby. I start working with the group of it was like 3 of them. I start working with them to get their car. I look into the lobby, my niggas who look like they could have went to Shaw. You know what I'm saying? Right. Them niggas is like hand in hand, leg on top of the other leg, sitting in the lobby. That might be day 2 in Atlanta. Right. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Atlanta's one of those
now
places.
I'm more enlightened. Okay, I understand the world. You got to understand. 23-year-old Dev, 24-year-old Dev had no fucking idea what the fuck was going on. That's almost like us
talking last week about growing up in a city where you hadn't seen white people or you hadn't seen black people or something like that, where it's like, all right, wow.
Coming from EC, 2 niggas dressed like your homies.
Right.
Holding hands with their leg on, when one nigga's leg crossed with his leg on top of the other dude. I'm like, man, what the fuck is going on in Atlanta? Right. And they like, this is Pride weekend. Obviously it wasn't like that every weekend, but.
So obviously you didn't dive into that culture.
No, not at all. It was a culture shock though. I'm gonna tell you, nigga, that was the first heavy weekend I was in Atlanta. Was Black Pride weekend.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, sometimes you don't necessarily see or be. When you don't see things on the regular where you come from, rather, when you do experience that. It can
It's
be.
a shock to your system, man.
Yeah.
So where would y'all go if y'all kids is gone? I know. Well, you just sat there and said DC, right?
Yeah, DC, Maryland, DC, Maryland, but
Maryland,
that
Baltimore,
Virginia, DC, Maryland,
DMV.
area. It is. Yeah,
It's about to become a 51st state in a minute.
No, for real, yeah, it is.
Well, what I'm hearing,
DC.
They said
It should.
sometime in the next. They said maybe in the next 8 years.
It should.
They said they think DC and Puerto Rico is going to be.
Yeah, they should. I mean, I don't know if you've been to
51st
DC. If you've been to DC, it should be a
because
state.
I didn't know they were saying the taxes in DC are. They said they pay some of the highest taxes.
It's amazing how much it
Period.
costs.
So for you to not have that representation and live in there, that's fucked up.
Right.
So, but they said
So-
probably within the next 8 years you might see that.
It's the most like home area in the country. You'll drive down streets that be like, man, I'm in Cleveland Heights. Like that's how Virginia is, man. Virginia is dope. But then it got those areas you're like, man, I'm in Georgia. Like it's like, I don't know. To me, it's like the perfect Newport News, Virginia.
Oh, I love Newport
and
News.
Cleveland. Like those, that's the same city.
I will say this real quick. I will say this. Back probably like 10 years ago, me and my cousin, his son lived in Virginia, but we wound up driving down and staying in Newport News. Man, I fell in love with Newport News, man.
Newport News is like Warrensville.
It was so nice.
It's like man. Newport News is Cleveland, man. It's like the suburb of Cleveland. It is. It's the most like, but it's the South. It's weird. It's not the South, but it is the South. It's a little bit more beautiful and well kept, but it reminds you of Bedford. I can't explain it, man.
Yeah, Newport News was real nice, man.
Yeah, that's where. Shout out to Full Circle. Shout out to Jeremiah Owusu Moore. That's where he from. He went to Allen
There you go,
Iverson High
saying that
School.
name again.
Okay.
I don't even know how to pronounce it.
They went from the Hampton area.
Hampton, yeah.
Man, let me tell you, my brother was down. Shout out real quick story again. We down. My brother, when he left, we graduated from college in '92. He took his first teaching job in Newport News. So that's where he's teaching, elementary school. And I went down there to visit him 93, 94. Wherever we went, whenever I went down there, it was a senior in high school, nigga. He was 6 foot, 160 pounds. We went to his fucking high school basketball game, nigga. This nigga took me to Allen Iverson's fucking basketball game in high school. This nigga was a 6 foot LeBron.
Yeah.
Like I'm only like, maybe I was a freshman. I might have even been in the 8th grade. I might have been in the 8th grade. It was a man amongst boys, but he was the same size as the boys.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't bigger than the people on the court, but he was 10 times better. But like, it was just a very between that time. I went to Allen Iverson's high school basketball game, and he took me to the All-American game. Was at Hampton Roads with Ronald Curry. I don't know if you remember Ronald Curry ended up going to North Carolina to play like wide receiver, or quarterback, or something like that. But he played point guard for North Carolina too. But he was a National Player of the Year. But like they always talk about that being like a hotbed or whatever for sports, whatever it is though. But anyway, I got like fond memories
Of that area.
Of that area, man. Like I'll never forget going to see young Allen Iverson in high school, and it was the most unbelievable live event I've ever seen.
Okay.
Ever.
Well, what about you, Playboy? If you ever get up out of here, like where would you go settle if it wasn't Cleveland? And we asking the feed too. Where would y'all settle if it wasn't like here in the city?
By myself.
It's never a straight answer.
By myself, Anchorage.
By myself. But if I had to gout, you know what I'm saying? If I had to gout and I needed some assistance, you know
If
what
I
I'm saying?
had my 2 kids, probably.
Oh, man. You know what? Honestly, I got 2 answers. By myself, Chicago. Only because I like the culture. I like the I just love Chicago.
I can't
You
fuck
trying
with
to
their
get
winners.
Right.
I can't fuck with their winners.
I love Chicago.
Rest in peace.
In advance.
I love Chicago, man. But as far as like family or whatever, I'm gonna probably say somewhere like Savannah, Georgia, or Florida, maybe possibly, like Fort Lauderdale or some shit like that. Probably the South. I would say South. I do love you just brought back some memories. Newport News,
man.
I love Newport News, but I would say either Florida or Georgia.
Tisha says Cali in the feed. That's where she would go.
Yeah.
A part of me, I think I would still wind up in the Atlanta area, one of the suburbs, just because you're close enough to a big city and you're in the South and you get that weather. You get rid of your winters and things like that.
Real
so,
quick,
so I think a part of that, but I got another spot.
Don't let Atlanta fool you. Another thing that annoys me about Atlanta,
get cold, though.
It gets fucking cold and just don't snow. It's 32 degrees outside.
But see, I'll take that. That was me.
They'll shut down the city too.
Annoyed,
That was me in South Carolina. Like on most winters, we might have some 20-some degree nights, but it was no snow.
Atlanta was cold.
It was no snow. So I'll take a 20-some degree night.
I'm
with
like,
no
man,
snow.
just snow.
That's the one thing about Georgia too. Atlanta, they will shut the city down.
Yeah, they'll shut it down.
They'll shut it down. So for a minute, it wasn't no salt trucks down there.
But another place I think I might think about it, like you said, Savannah's nice. That's kind of on the list too. But Charleston, South Carolina.
Yeah.
Charleston's right on the coast.
It's nice.
I got an affinity for seeing water. And like just living down on that coast for 6.5 years, like when you just can see water, it's something soothing about it.
Yeah.
And I'm not a beach person, nothing like that, but it's like, but something soothing about knowing that beach is there or that water is there or the ocean's right there and stuff like that. It's I like it, and so I would want to kind of retire in one of those areas. So
That's
I
why
think
it's Cleveland or nothing, baby. Right. You got the water. You get you some winter. You get you some nice summer. You get it all.
I don't want no more winters, man.
I actually enjoy the winter.
Over the winter, man.
I'm gonna tell you why.
It's peaceful.
I enjoy the winter.
To who?
To me, because y'all be in the house. I love it. You can go anywhere. But my bad, real quick.
No, go ahead.
Snow muffles the sound.
Yeah.
So it's like quiet. You niggas is in the house. I ain't got to worry about half of you niggas nowhere. Everything is easy
Y'all
to
know
get
me.
to.
I say in the winter, once I get in, like you better ask me before I get in that bitch.
Like I like looking outside, seeing snowfall.
Fresh snowfall is beautiful.
When you see, shout out to your shirt by the way too.
Well, can they see it?
Let me switch to the side.
Can they see the Franklin Saint on this board?
Hey.
There we go. The Franklin Saint. Shout out to K Nice.
Yeah, definitely. One of the reasons why I love Cleveland. At this point in my life, honestly, I am more than content in just being in Cleveland for the rest of my life. When I say being here, I mean living. I can visit and hop on a plane and go anywhere I want to go and spend time and chill, even if for whether it's a week.
Okay, I get it.
A week, or whatever the case may be. I can relax. I can go to Myrtle Beach and be like, okay, I'm gonna sit up for a week. You know what I mean? But I think I'm not being biased, but I am in a sense because Cleveland is home. But the reality is, I'm sentimental as far as certain stuff. When it's summer, nigga, it's summer. When it's fall, I like to see the changing of the trees and shit. When it's winter,
Overrated.
I love to see the snowfall. You talk about Christmas, you got people that have never experienced snow.
Overrated.
You can't
man.
call Christmas.
It's not overrated.
It's overrated, man. Fuck all that. It's
You gotta
overrated.
have. You know what's the next step for you?
I've known
the
people that be like,
children.
okay,
It's the little ones. It's the little ones.
I get
It's
it.
not
People be
overrated.
like, all right, I get the snow, I mean, the leaves change in the fall, and
It's
it's like,
beautiful,
and
man.
people live in the South and they don't get to experience it as much, or the snow and stuff like that. It's over fucking rated.
But
it's
hold
over
on.
fucking
But
rated.
it's
The leaves
overrated to
falling,
you.
You gotta
It's overrated to you.
The leaves falling, you gotta rate them hoes up.
Okay, the
The
pine
snow,
cones
the
pine
snow
cones
falls
fall.
and you slip and slide in that shit.
The pine
No, it's
cones fall
overrated.
in
If you got
Georgia, you
4x4,
gotta get 'em
you
up.
cool.
Huh?
The pine cones
you got
fall in
4 by-
Georgia. You got to get them up. Pine
Whatever.
needles everywhere.
Man, whatever, man.
Allergies?
It's not the same. Yeah, the pollen is a motherfucker.
That's what I'm saying.
No, but I think it's. But you're right. Nobody's wrong. I feel like-
nothing against.
I feel like it's just a personal preference. I really believe. I honestly enjoy the changing of the leaves and the beauty of. I guess maybe the way you feel about the water.
This nigga's a big.
I am. I'm a big
Soft sentimental.
Say it, sissy. I'm a sissy ass nigga. I like it.
Sentimental motherfucker, man. Come on.
Like, shout out real quick. We'll get into
I
this in a
love the
second.
reds and the leaves.
I do. I love it. That's
do
cool.
too.
But
I
it is.
enjoy
It's
it.
a beautiful time. It's a beautiful. I like the changing of the seasons. One thing I enjoy most about Cleveland, to be honest with you, from living in Atlanta and experiencing. Atlanta is a big city in the truest sense. You could supplement that with New York,
Yep.
L.A., Chicago, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I've realized is living in a city with this is the things I value. All 4 major sports, 3 really, but I call Ohio State or Cleveland State. You know, you can go to a college basketball game, football game. Living in a city with the major sports, and I can get anywhere in the city in a half hour. That is what I value, like at the top of my list. Then I do enjoy the seasons.
Yeah.
But I need to be somewhere where you got all the major sports, and I can get there anywhere in the city in a half hour. That cuts out Houston, LA, Chicago, Atlanta, New York, Miami. It cuts all that
Charlotte
shit out.
in there too, because Charlotte traffic is crazy.
It leaves me with like
man.
Indianapolis. They're not even really Indianapolis. No, they don't have a baseball team. Cleveland, Detroit.
I would never live in Detroit.
Not even Kansas City.
I'm sorry, BJ. I wouldn't live in Detroit ever.
I don't know.
Nothing against my brothers.
It
I love the
cuts
city.
it out.
I'll visit Detroit, but I wouldn't live.
We got oftentimes Cleveland is like
west?
that. Cleveland's that girlfriend you got west.
Would you go west?
If I went west, I would go like Arizona.
I'm not. Another thing about Georgia is this is why that winters annoy me, because it gets 32 degrees. If that's the case, why the fuck is it 100 degrees in the summer? Y'all got to pick one. Because my doorknob's hot or I got on a Scully. I can't do both, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll wear Scullies in Cleveland if it only get to 89 in the summer.
No, snow. I
don't mind snow.
My mind was blown the first time I went out there, and it was like, no, I lost my snowburst. I really don't even know what happened to it. Maybe I
don't mind snow, though. But if you mind snow, I feel it. I get it. But I don't mind it.
Yeah.
I really don't mind
And my
it, man.
first winter down there, I was on the basketball court on New Year's Eve playing hoops with my cousins.
Yeah, I get
In
it.
shorts and come on, like you can't beat that.
I get it.
For me.
Yeah, for you, yeah.
For me.
I really don't mind the snow, man. And I value, maybe it's because, you know what, it's probably in therapy session. It's probably because when I first moved down to Georgia, I was a struggling young professional and I had to choose between keeping gas in my car or getting fucking bread or some spaghetti to go with the fucking spaghetti noodles. I mean, spaghetti sauce and shit I had for dinner. I had to choose.
And then mine is the opposite. When I went down there, that was the most money I had ever made.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I need to be able to have access to goods. I need to be able to get anywhere in the city within a half hour, because I would have to be choosing between, like, do I go here or do I go to work in the morning? You know what I'm saying? Because if I go here, I'm not going to have enough gas to get to work.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm like having to choose between the two. Never. In Cleveland, nigga, you give me a half a tank of gas, I can get to work all week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To the west side, fam.
I drove to Columbus and back and still have a little bit more than
nigga, in Atlanta, you can drive to work and back and burn a quarter of a tank of gas, bro.
And I'll be real with you, too, in a sense, as far as, I know we're going to wrap up soon, but in a sense, as far as Cleveland, and you speaking on the snow, when you really think about it, Brainstorm, we had this conversation too. I mean, to each his own. But our Cleveland winters ain't been like they used to be back in the day.
Don't say that, because the Nets going to be bad. I hate talking about it right now, because we've had some good ones.
Yeah. I like the snow. It's the same way you feel about the water. When I see snow falling, or I step out my house and I see, it's a calmness the same way with water. I'll see snow falling because nobody's outside.
Nobody's outside.
It's just snow falling. I'm just like,
I do understand it. It's
Yeah.
just that it's cool when you inside looking at. It's like that commercial. Oh yeah, it looks cold out there. Yeah, I ain't going out there.
right.
Yeah,
you don't like the cold. I know you've been that way for years. So I know. Yeah.
Real quick, I know everybody get up out of here.
I like my
But
Timbs and jeans, man. Leather coats, man. I like the,
I don't buy no coats.
Have you all seen? I know you. You've been watching a lot of stuff lately. Have you all seen Without Remorse?
It just came out. I'm going to watch it though.
Okay,
Amazon
all right, I ain't
Prime.
gonna
So I
bring
haven't
it up.
watched it yet.
I ain't gonna bring that.
You know, I saw people complaining about it when it because it's I saw I take it back. I saw white people complaining about it a few weeks back because it's not according to the book script, but the movie looks dope from the preview. So I'm gonna check it out over the next.
Y'all will probably love it. Y'all know I'm not. This is another thing.
Like
now I'm on the ledge by myself. You know I can't stand action / Marvel
Like
type.
Marvel
like
type,
what the
yeah.
fuck is going like
Mortal Kombat, stuff like that.
So you ain't like Without Remorse. Okay.
it's just
It was
Don't tell me yet. But
I ain't gonna tell you. Just
not realistic. to you?
no
Okay.
at all. I'm not gonna tell you about the movie. It's just a scene where something.
See.
I'm not gonna tell you. Trust me. It's just a scene where something turns off and it makes no sense.
Right.
After you watch it, just you probably like, what you mean? And I'll break it down to you because I went the fuck off last night watching this fucking movie.
Well,
And that's on Amazon Prime, right?
It's on fucking Amazon Prime, and it doesn't make from that. It's like watching Queen of the South. You ever seen that on Netflix? She should have got killed 10 times in the first episode. I was out. I couldn't do it. Right. How did she get out of these situations? All right. Let me shut up.
I will say this. It's good seeing Lauren London in the movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
I literally just looked at an article today, and they said they actually. I mean, you can make that. I mean, look, he can do that. But
no, I'm not. That's not what I was.
I read an article today. No, I read an article today that she was saying that they actually filmed that. I think she said like 9 months after Nipsey died, and she said she only did it because Michael B. Jordan actually called her personally. It's like, look, I really want you to be in this movie.
Yeah.
So she said it was really. You
remember when Chris Brown was in what's it called? What's it called?
See?
What's the movie Chris Brown was in? Was dancing?
Oh shit.
Damn.
Not Stomp the Yard. Was it Stomp the Yard?
Yeah, he was dancing in Stomp the Yard.
Yeah, but he got killed in it.
Yeah.
But no, see, I already know. Stop it. This nigga's terrible, man.
This nigga said Lauren London in the movie. Is she? But is she?
I already know what the gist of the movie is. This nigga's terrible, man.
Is she in the movie?
You're terrible. My God.
Let me see if you can run it. See?
This nigga's the absolute worst. Oh my God. I mean, I get it because I read her interview on it, but God, damn, this nigga's the worst.
No, because you was like Lauren London, and I said, nigga, if you watch this movie for Lauren London,
no, I wasn't watching.
Okay.
Go watch ATL. You're gonna be high.
This nigga's the worst. God damn.
You be like, shit, I got an hour and 45 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
This nigga got my eye hurt, man.
Just spoil it for everybody. Why don't you? I know, but Jesus Christ. Well, if you expecting a big nigga to come down your chimney this year on December 25th, I mean, I don't know.
Today I'm putting together the.
Jesus Christ.
I got a new lawnmower. Hold on, I got a new lawnmower, right? So
if you expected your lawnmower to actually cut your grass, I'm saying, nigga, what the fuck? I don't know.
I only did that because it sounded like you was going down the path.
No.
I really want to see Lauren London in the movie.
All I was saying was good to see her. My point was it was good to see her in the movie after the Nipsey stuff happened. That's all I meant.
She could have did a double make commercial.
Stop it.
Double your refreshment.
Stop it, man.
I'm done.
This nigga's something else, man. You know what?
But not to what you just said. I'm putting together my lawnmower, and I'm in the garage, and my daughter's sitting there with me in a chair. She looking up at the top of the house. We were talking about chimneys the other day. She like, our chimney too little for Santa to squeeze down the chimney. I'm like, yeah, okay, hand me that wrench over there, because she was right. Her little brain was working. Should you call her?
Should I or should you? Because
you should swing by.
Should I?
Finish the conversation next time she come up here. But like, hey, Mackenzie, about that chimney.
She loved to draw on our whiteboard over there. I mean, maybe I should leave a message over there for her. You know what I'm saying? She loved to draw on it, so.
Oh, fuck.
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, shit, that's man. I'm dying, man.
Let's get out of here because this nigga loves to just tell stories all the time. He loves to tell storylines of something in the movie that he don't give a fuck about.
Yeah, you know what? You're right.
2 weeks ago, 2 dishes straight. No, don't tell me about it. Don't tell me about it. You know what I'm saying? Coming to America. Oh, the nigga comes and it's only believable because the nigga comes. What? All right.
You're right. Hey, I want to apologize.
Oh, man.
It was one, and give it a second. She probably put it in there a second. Corliss should be saying all the time. You told something about one of the shows. God damn it, I can't think of what it is right now. And she probably will say it in a second if it catch up. But anyway, this nigga just gives it away. Unless he cares about it.
Unless I care about it, then I don't want to give a shit. I run
Remember the Jamie Foxx thing a couple weeks back? I'm like, oh, I don't really want to give it away. Fuck it, you can give it away.
No,
it ain't
terrible.
good.
No. They should give that script away to kindergartners, bro. That fucking script is horrible. Oh, my bad about that. It was just I saw the passion in your voice about.
No, my only point was, and now everybody that's to decipher it knows what you was talking about. But I only knew because she kind of talked about it in her interview or whatever. But It is what it is, man. But I was just saying that it's
Power.
good to see
You
her.
said power. I was giving power away.
Power. That's
was
what it
giving
was.
it away?
Yep. You want to just spoiled it.
I did want to spoil it bad.
No, you did spoil it.
did?
Yeah, you the one that sat there and said who shot Ghost.
I did.
You literally said it on the show. Yep. Now, you didn't do it close to the show. It was afterwards. We was talking about it one day, but you actually sat there and said, oh, yeah, so-and-so killed Ghost.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I don't know if that was me. Curly, you might be.
No,
'Cause I
nope,
never
you
watched. I never finished Power.
But you knew who killed him. And
Oh,
you said it.
yeah. I knew who killed him.
Yeah,
but
that's
everybody knew who killed him. It was on Twitter. I didn't even watch the last season. All right. Y'all right. Y'all got me.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, man, that's funny as fuck, man. But my nigga was so like, I thought he was like, man, I can't wait to see Lauren London in this role.
No,
Brother.
No.
Brother man.
You ain't one to skip.
I can't. Jeff, who are you? Should start with Playboy. Give him all your shits, man. Come on, man.
All right, man. At the end of the day, it's Playboy the DJ, man. Playboy DADJ. You can find me on Instagram. Playboy_James3.
Yes, that was definitely you. I told you.
It was you, nigga.
He said, I don't have Twitter. Okay, I apologize about that.
You can find me on Instagram, Playboy_James3. You can find me on Facebook under my government. If you know me, then you know me.
They know you. If they don't know you, they'll come tell them.
Right. You can find me on all DMST boy platforms. My quote for the week, like I've been trying to do, be consistent with, man. This is based upon the fact that we coming up on show 250 and just, ups and downs as far as life or whatever the case may be. My quote is, failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of success. So no matter what we go through, the ups and the downs, the hills and valleys, man, it's a part of the success the success that that we're reaching for and we striving for, man. Yes, but I'm out, man.
Can we talk about the fact that your quotes be on point, man?
Yeah, they do, don't they?
This nigga is paying for a service that's sending him
Yeah,
a quote
ain't no
per
way you
day.
come up with these quotes. Who's your quote? Who your quote man? Nigga got a quote man.
All right, real quick before you do yours. So we are doing 250 next week. We thought about not doing it next week, but we said we'll just do it and then we'll plan something outside of 250 because next week is Mother's Day. Do we want to say what we want to try to do even though we haven't worked it out yet?
No,
do we want to give?
Let's bring it
So
up.
we want to give away some gift cards next week to mothers. We haven't figured out how we're going to do it yet. That's the problem. We ain't figured it out yet. But we want to give away some gift cards next week to some mothers. So all three of us will have a gift card next week. So we just gotta figure out how to do it.
Yeah, we'll come together this week and figure it out.
So I guess we'll say stay tuned in for it. So we can so obviously Dev can't give his to Leah. Yeah, I can't give mine to Corlicia or nothing like that or whatever. But we'll figure it out, right?
No. Had the mothers and women come up. Oh Lord. Whew. Yeah.
He said, yeah.
We'll have a heck of a show. I mean, we could.
Next week?
See if she,
I mean, we'll see. We'll see. We got a week.
Yeah.
We got a week. One of us is fully vaccinated. One of us is halfway vaccinated.
Mask off, baby.
All right, Dev, go ahead and give him your shit, man.
It's vaccinated.
We got space up here. Y'all know how we lay the chairs out up here. We got plenty
It's
of
vaccinated Dev, baby. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just, as always, man, just trying to spread love in a world full of hate, man. Love y'all, man. If you don't let me back, it's cool. My mama do, man. Like I said, I'm always start saying, man, make hard work a habit. You know what I'm saying? Work hard and just make that shit a habit, man. Like my pops always used to say, do what needs to be done. It needs to be done whether you like it or not. Real Big Dev 216 everywhere.
Everywhere, nigga.
everywhere. Ain't nobody doing y'all no kind of way. Oh, we know y'all. Look, people will say it was rigged if all of a sudden if we get gift cards and
Alicia said you can give yours to Lee. I can give mine to her.
Come on,
boom,
man.
problem solved.
Come on, y'all. Come on, no. We want to figure out a way, man, to do something a little bit different, man. But so 250.
Maury.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
You
Nope.
said Maury
After the
can
show.
get-
After the show. Nope. And me and her gonna have a talk after the show.
Is that your nickname? I thought it was a mistype. I thought she mistyped until I broke the science.
Do y'all understand the conversation that we're about to have?
Oh my
After the show.
God!
I'm just here for the
For the comments.
comments. Yeah, I just
Oh, that's we gonna call you. You know
Don't
what I'm
do
saying?
it. Don't do
He
it.
just left a part off.
Don't do it. Don't do
Oh
it.
my God!
Don't do. You don't understand the conversation we're about to have.
I know what she gonna say. Hey, I'm gonna put this nigga face on the more common thing.
You don't understand the conversation we're about to have in a second, man.
that's funny.
All right, man.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Oh my
Go
God.
ahead,
You know
man.
what I'm saying?
I thought it was y'all don't watch The Office, but it's like that episode when they was reading Start Level Midnight by Michael Scott, and they left Dwigged. It was like the dummy, and they had a different name, but he misspelled his name one time, and it left Dwigged in there. It was supposed to be
It was
Dwight.
Dwight, yeah,
it's
yeah,
supposed to be Dwight.
yeah.
I thought she hit you with a miss, you know what I mean, of autocorrect until I started doing the dissecting.
You know what? We're going to go ahead and get out of here.
Yeah.
You can't give Dev an inch, man.
I didn't even know.
Nigga, I swear, I was looking at you, and all I heard was toot, 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 toot. It was subliminal as fuck, and then it was just like shh.
I can't. You know what?
It may be cloudy today,
Hey,
but the
when it comes, hey,
250 next
look,
week.
all
y'all.
I'm saying is when it comes to 7-month-old Monquisha, you are not the father. My demands are.
oh shit!
What?
Go ahead. No, in the show. In the show.
I was waiting for the one joke with that one.
All right.
Anyway, 250 next week, y'all. So we'll figure out a way to give out some gift cards next week. We honestly will figure it out. We'll put our heads together right now.
Yeah, I'm trying. My brain is going a bunch of different ways. Go ahead. We ain't gonna talk about this on air.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, please don't.
Okay.
No,
All
no,
right.
I don't, because I don't know where you're going right
Yeah,
now.
I'm
Right,
away.
wait.
So all right, so
Yeah.
so we'll figure that out. So 250 next week, it's an accomplishment.
Yeah.
Obviously, we'll talk about it a lot more next week when we're sitting here on the show.
Absolutely.
You know, just from getting there. I mean, and at the end of the day, it's still a number, but as we say all the time, we like to celebrate our milestones, and when you've done something 250 fucking times,
man.
outside of your regular shit. When you make the decision, the mental note to say, I'm going to show up and do this many times in a row.
Right.
So we'll celebrate it ourselves. Happy I'll give y'all this one. If y'all want to laugh at me, happy Cinco de Mayo. God damn it. God damn it.
Yeah,
That's the one y'all should be laughing at. Y'all laughing at everything else. The conversation we will have on the way home.
Oh, man.
But happy Cinco de Mayo. That's why I had a little tequila up here.
Yeah.
I told y'all, I know y'all on different diets, so and plus I wasn't home today, so I couldn't do the tacos today.
Yeah.
But happy Cinco de Mayo. That'll be on Wednesday, and we will see y'all, I guess, next Sunday.
Yeah,
For
absolutely.
250, man.
Yes, sir.
So tune in next week, y'all. So it may be cloudy today, but the sun will come out tomorrow. And as long as you are here under the sun, live your life to the best of your motherfucking ability, man. I am DJ Brainstorm for you on all social media. That is DJ Brainstorm, number 4, the letter.
You and
Or not the.
Good night, y'all.
No, I didn't. Oh, am I doing? Oh shit.
peace.
I should have known it was coming, y'all. We out.